Welcome to the CrashOut.
Welcome to the CrashOut.
Welcome to the CrashOut. Yo, what's good, y'all? You already know, CrashOut podcast. We back at it. Ship out to get lit as always. Episode 53. Shout out, man. 53 episodes. Actually kind of crazy, man. But
It is.
you already know, man. I don't want to keep y'all waiting. We appreciate each and every one of you that come and chill out with us, talk shit with us. It's gonna be a good time, man. We got some interesting topics as always, and let's get into it, man. You already know they call me Nano_Blaster, but you can just call me Nano, man. Mr. Sammy, man.
Not the 305? You fought the 305?
Man.
Damn. You know he's from the 305 guys from Miami. Yeah, but
Shout out, man.
This is Afro Sammy in the building. Back again for another week on the podcast. Excited. Not as many major news topics this week, but topics nonetheless that we got to cover and talk about with you guys tonight. And honestly, it's always a good time hanging out with, the panel and the rest of you guys who always tune in at night. Especially Ferrari. I don't know how he tunes in all the time at that hour of the day, but appreciate you, my guy.
Shout out Ferrari, man.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It is Caleb Black Flash, #1 SPO, your residential Speedstorm, baby. We here. Good to be back. Oh, and I'm mic'd up today with a new mic. Budget went up, the budget increased. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Hold on, did Dallas give you the money for the mic?
Hell no, nigga.
Okay, never mind.
It is for me, hell. That's what you need to do is get your mouths in check. These motherfuckers. But anyway, look, that's
Where's my money, Dallas? Where's my money? That's how Caleb goes. Like Brian from Family.
But yeah. Ooh, what's good? Ooh, yo, this shit lasts a long time. Hold on. Okay, so like this. Oh, I'm trying to do the gadgets. But anyway, yeah, that's my intro.
Caleb running some tests for some stats for us.
Back on you, Mr. Angel.
Poppy a Speedstorm.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We got a nice podcast for you today. A lot of some short topics, but hey, we could be short and sweet. That's all that matters, as long as we cover everything that's up to date. And we still got gaming news to talk about, regardless if it's a short one or a long one. So without further ado, let's get it on that pop.
Whoa, short one or a long one?
Hey, yo, pause. Why you gotta be spicy? I mean, I know it's
that's your mom on the Diddy.
It's a hump day, but still, yo, damn, Diddy.
Speaking of Diddy, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, went to the Diddy party talking about.
Oh, look, there's a new Diddy party in town, and it's called Poppy's Playhouse.
That's crazy.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard Nano's running security for that.
Yeah. Negative.
Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama, we talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja, we drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy, one wingers with the family. Black flash jamming like a lammy, Nano always understanding. Yeah, welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the CrashOut. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out.
All right. Intro is over with. All right, let's get it on and popping, y'all. This beautiful screen right here. But we're not going to talk about this first. We're talking about Speedstorm news first, guys. If y'all don't know, Russell comes out tomorrow. So if you haven't, got prepped to get out, Russell will be available tomorrow. Tails event, like always. Hopefully, this one is more generous than the other ones, but I don't know for sure. So stay tuned. Excuse me. Stay tuned for that. No, we'll say. Aside from that, that's really the only Speedstone news. Other than, we got some gem news from the community leaders stating that they're going to be working on, a lot of patches when it comes to like the dog barking and the abilities, being heard even though you're in first and they're in last. Also, they stated that there is no plans to bring team mode into private lobbies. This is me asking directly to the community manager and asked them, are they working on a team mode in private? And he said, as of today, or as of this writing, I got to get the screenshot because it is in a main chat, but he said there is no plans on doing that mode. They're doing new modes, but that mode specifically is not being worked on. So there is no team mode for the foreseeable future in private lobbies in Speedstorm, which is very upsetting because
It's cooked.
I mean, we've been asking for the team mode on privates for fucking since team mode's been a thing, and that looks like Game Loft has priorities elsewhere. They don't give a damn about private lobbies.
They said new mode. That's like a feature, man. That's like a feature that should just be in the game. But all right.
Right, like, bro, what are we talking about Game Loft, man? You know how many times people are trying to play with their community streamers, bigger streamers that probably are not a normal person that play your game, and they go in a private lobby and knowing they can't play teams, they can't play all the racers that are available in the roster. Like, you guys are just shitting on your own game.
Speaking of streamers, like, how many times RDC come back to this game and play it?
Not at all. They came back to Sonic. They came back to
this game. They was playing a bunch of racers, and they came back and played Speedstorm.
Did they?
And and it's like, how many times you guys see? Well, they don't come back all the time, but the amount of times these dudes actually come back to this game to play it, and obviously they haven't played or kept up with the season, so they're gonna be behind. But if they want to play private lobbies and stuff like that, and they want to experience other races to try them out on their stream, they can't even do that. And you know what's worse? They'll get to that point and realize they can't play it, and in front of all their thousands of viewers, say the game's trash.
Hey, that's one thing. I don't need RDC to validate me, man. They need to give us team mode for us. Forget the top streamers, man. The people who play the game need it, but it's just basically something we've been asking for, and they just like, nah. Like I said, they just, they're not gonna make no money, so they're not prioritizing it. That's essentially, the pattern I see. They say pattern recognition. Pattern recognition I've seen Game Loft is they're not gonna add a new mode or add anything and put development time if it's not gonna make them money. So I think
Seems
the
like
last time
Lofton was right the entire time. These guys just don't listen.
I think the last time they messed with private lobbies was when people were able to access all the characters in private lobbies, even if the ones they didn't have unlocked, and then they changed it to where you have to unlock the characters. So they can make changes when they want to, but like I said, it's got to make them money, and they realized they're probably money in private lobbies because people weren't getting the character. They were just like, I'll just go to private and experience the character. So
yeah, that's some greedy ass shit. We're gonna take all the characters from private lobbies because we want you to feel forced to buying these guys.
Honestly, this game went downhill when it went free to play. Because ever since then they've been doing everything to like try to heavily monetize the game.
They should have just kept what that was working for them.
The paid entry. So that way, when you came into the game, even if you didn't want to do online or interact with like the world tour, you could still go to private lobbies and race there with all the racers there.
I won't say I will be back on the game for Russell though, because one thing I realized is I didn't get the old man from Up for the mid season. I didn't do that Tails event, and I just realized there's literally no way to get shards. They got like a time trial and stuff, and it's just like I just literally can't get a shard, and that's kind of sad to see that if somebody misses a mid season event, that they just can't get that character shards for the rest of the remainder of that season. That's kind of crazy. Like, where do you you got to think where are you going to get it if you
Tournament.
you just ain't. Nope, not even in tournament mode. So
It'll come.
I'll make sure. Yeah, maybe in the future seasons they might nickel and dime it, but it's just kind of like that. You know, I have like there's like 109 characters out. I have 107, and so Russell is one of those characters I don't have. So the fact that I have somebody who's been on the game for like over a year or two, however long it's been out, has plenty of shards, has plenty of upgrade. I can't get a mid-season racer. So I didn't do a Tails event. Like, that kind of sucks.
FOMO.
But
Man, I'm not even caught up. I have like 70 plus racers. I'm good, man. Good.
but
I mean, you've been a certified hater since the beginning.
Definitely not. I had all the races collected by season 5, the end of season 5.
Man, I've been grinding this game, but I'm missing like 30, 40 racers. Like, that's crazy.
Wait, what?
That's crazy.
No, I'm missing 30, 40 racers after like what? Pirate season, I want to say.
Tisk.
It's already been pirate season, or even night before Christmas. I think it was night before Christmas.
You weren't a true
I
fan.
missed the first racer I missed was what, Maui, and then after that I was like, I don't even care.
Guys, he was the ops this whole time. He was the ops.
You're saying I was Sonic the whole time?
And he was working on the sidelines in the background, man. Giving Sonic all the fuel. That's crazy.
It's like, you see these guys at Sega? Look at them. They're not even putting team mode in privates. That's what we got to do. And look what happened in Sonic Crossworlds. There's team mode. Coincidence?
Crazy, man. I mean,
But yeah, that.
no
team mode
in the future. It's a bummer. I might not play the game anymore, but I do know that that's one thing that at least the competitive side has wanted, but I guess the competitive side is just that's a small minority, man. So it's hard.
I mean,
hard for them to like just want to develop that for us, but
I mean, that wouldn't just be for. What about like
privates, man?
Casual content creators who just want to like play with their community and just have red versus blue team, or it just limits freedom essentially. It's just like less freedom to play the way you want. I feel like. So.
It's all good, man. Maybe one day they'll change their tune, but I guess we could
Yeah, that's Speedstorm news. The Russell's coming out. Make sure you do the.
Oh shit! I forgot to tell you.
Like me.
There's another thing that the community manager has told me, and he has told me that they are planning to do a content creator section in the Discord where the content creators and the community managers and maybe devs will be available to be in this one channel to talk to each other, and hopefully doing like Q&As and stuff like that with the content creators and the longtime players.
Well, they gotta unban content creators, because guess what? I'm banned from the Discord. BRZ Wolf is banned from the Discord. Maybe don't ban your content creators from the Discord. Like
they go do it to only the yes men. We're gonna make this group for all the yes men for our game.
Yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? That's I don't give a damn to talk to them. What's the point of talking to them? They ain't gonna listen to. They already said they're not adding team
was a
mode.
big content creator, but he Portuguese. He don't speak English. He bad anyways. Oh, Kayla's a big content. He do a he banned.
Yeah, exactly.
what's next?
So,
Like, I don't know. This should have been here when Poppin and freaking Skyliner was doing this. Hey, another
Skyliner
thing.
came back,
Skyliner
actually.
came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that Disney, Speedstorm money was running out, so he came back.
You know, their pride and joy came back.
He gave us also some of the events. He wasn't really fond of some of the like tailed events and how it's like structured. But I think watching his video, he wasn't like. I think he takes more positive take, but like I think since he was there in the OG days, he didn't like a lot of the changes that they made. So I'm sure after coming back and seeing what's going on now, it's like, damn, I didn't think it could get
Poppin
worse.
came back and looked at the game. That'd be
He ain't
crazy.
coming back, bro.
The day Poppin
this
comes back,
point-
I'll come back.
At this point, there'll be to his detriment if he came back.
Sammy has said popping like 14 times within the last 60 seconds.
I'm about to speak him coming to his game into existence.
Hey man,
Popping, this your number one fan.
Not the number one
off.
fan.
He a fan. He a fan.
Hey Sammy, I don't think there's nothing wrong with you being the number one fan of popping off the Malofta. Man.
Yo, Carlo, look, man. I gotta be speaking it with straws with the dev teams and shit, yo, because they'll ban me in 2.5 seconds.
That's facts. Angel, you trying to get banned? I'll help you out.
Like, dude, watch how you talking to that dev. You're banned now. Like, damn, wow, what the fuck?
Hey, you know what's crazy? One of those days I was streaming Crossworlds and I was about to post it in the Speedstorm official Discord. I was like, you know what? I don't give a damn. Let them ban me. And then I had a change of mind. I was like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. I'll just chill. I was gonna go crazy. I was about to go full steam ahead and just drop it in because I didn't care.
That is.
I wanted to be on that ban list. I wanted to be notorious,
Sammy was trying to ruffle a feather. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. Ever since they muted me when I was talking up about them changing, the golden pass, how you gotta pay for it and shit, and I was like advocating for them to renege that announcement. Like ever since they muted me that day, I have not been found in them.
Sammy, let me ask you an honest question, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You think Game Loft gives a flying fuck how
Nah, they
they
don't.
right now?
No, I know, but Nano, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
You think Sammy gives a fuck what Game Loft thinks about me?
You probably do. You probably do. If
I
they said
definitely
something.
I'm ready to go to war. My
He's a
Sonic
cold woman. Yeah, he says that's why he hates peace.
I'm ready to go to war on these streets.
Yeah.
Pull up in my machine
Well,
or my stream gear. Start blasting
Yeah,
people
well-
with the drill.
what if Sammy was like high key, like the biggest Game Loft fan?
He's got his feelings hurt.
That's
Ah.
Hey, that would be a good story. Yeah, I probably am in a different multiverse universe,
wow. That's a
Probably on
fact,
Earth
man.
Prime.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they probably got me working.
But yeah,
at Game Loft, too.
I guess they did show the Judy Hops and the Fox outfits and Speedstorm. I don't know if we showed that.
yeah, we
Mostly?
showed that last week.
Okay, yeah. So we'll need to do that. But yeah, so that's pretty much the news. Ain't too much new in Speedstorm. They had the Black Friday sale, which was basically a way for you to spend money on the game. I wouldn't even
y'all
call
do
it a
that?
sale. That wasn't a sale. That was a Disney Speedstorm Black Friday event, an event for you to spend some currency. But no, I didn't do that. Other games had good sales, like Marvel Rivals had it like to where you could get like skins 40% off, and then you could also they gave you like free shard stuff, so you get free shards on top of the 40% off. So like skins that might have been like 2,200 tokens that are legendary, you get for like only like 900 tokens. So that's what you call black legendary skin. So that was dope. But yeah, Russell. But all right, we've exhausted that. We can move on to the next. There was Sonic Racing Crossworlds news, which we got a huge patch. This is the first patch and first balance change that's come out since the game has released, and so there's a lot of good changes they've made. So I think a lot of people are gonna be happy with it. But let's go through it. I believe we have Angel. So if you want to bring that up on screen, and then we can go through the balance changes and the patch notes together.
Yeah, it's already up. I was waiting out until we got to this part.
All right. So what we have first, Sonic Racing Crossworlds version 1.20 patch notes. Thank you all for playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Today we are releasing patch. Please update your game to the latest version to access the online modes, including War Match and downloadable content. This is for the PS4, PS5, the Switch and Switch 2, Xbox Series X and One, and Steam and Epic. So yes, what they did, what this patch does bring in is the Nintendo Switch version of the game. So all the people who had the Switch 2, they're playing the Switch 1 version. But with this new patch, now players who have the Switch 2 can play the updated or upgraded version of the game. So there's that. Content update summary. Added a new event mode called Legend Competition. Will start tomorrow at 6 p.m. So, we'll finally get a competitive mode tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. They increased the maximum world match rating from 9,999 to 99,999. So basically from 10,000 to 100,000 points, they've increased it tenfold. Yeah, that's super big. So all of the players who maxed out at 999, the sneakies, now they can, they have 90,000 world points to go if they want to max out. So I think this just made it to where like the top players, instead of like feeling like, oh, I can't play the game anymore, I can only do privates or time trials, they can get back into the racing pool and play the game because what do they call it, the points have increased. So I think that'll be, so now I guess the next goal for, a lot of streamers who stream this game and people will be, hitting 99999, which the way the points work, once you hit Legend 9, it's going to take a long time unless they redo like the Legend ranks. So like if they made it to where like if you hit 9999, I don't know if I like that. I feel like how what's it called? How strenuous the points are in Legend 1, it should still be like that. Just so like the getting max points, 100,000 points would be like more challenging. So, but we'll see. Right now it's on it's on maintenance, server maintenance, so you can't go on like online yet. But I think this is good for the game. I think it's healthy. I will say I did get the Legend 1. I got the 9,600 peaked, but now it's like, damn, once I get 9,999, now points no more. Like, damn it. I was not one of the first people to get it, but maybe I'll be one of the first people to get the 100,000 points. We'll see. Hell no, probably not. People play this game.
The people that got the max points, man, they are on it, man. Shoot, is there anybody that like got 9,999 points twice?
Cali Mac, I think there's somebody named like SV Trash or something like that. They made 2 accounts, so they got 1 account max points, and then they got another account to Legend 1. I think the only person to get max points twice is Cali Mac and Chi. So that should tell you how easy the freaking is dedication, but that should also show you how easy them Australian servers are. I tell you what. Freaking, you get 2 accounts twice.
I came up talking that shit, talking about, man, you just getting shitty players. That's crazy.
I mean, we got to keep it a buck because within the, talking about this earlier with the fellas, but like in the network test, we were trying to get, we were trying to stream because they didn't have it to where you could join up with friends, so you kind of had like stream sniping in order to get into the same lobbies or like queue up at the same time, and we were always able to queue up with people in America. because that's where we reside. But then our friends in Europe and stuff, whenever they would try to stream snipe us or queue up at the same time, we would never get matched with them. Actually, not just queuing up, we would just never get matched up with the European players ever. And I think that's even a thing today. And the only way you get matched up with European players as an American is if they join your party. So there are region specific servers, region. So like the players in Australia only play against people in the Australian servers. The players in Europe only play against the people in the EU servers, and then the players in North America or America only get matched with like American players. So like if you're in a region where there's not that many players, then you're gonna have an easier time climbing. So, and like I said, I've raced against Cali Mac and Cheese is a very good player, but like when you're a very good player, you don't really have that many good players in your region, then it's gonna make it easier for you to climb. That's not me, trying to talk shit. That's just me being objectively objective. But anyways,
I can see where you're coming from. The regions are kind of like the players are bound to regions.
mm-hmm.
Makes
So,
sense.
but honestly, this is dope. I'm happy for this. This to help with the longevity, because what you don't want is like all of your player base getting 9,999 points. All right, I don't have to play the game anymore. I got the max
Yeah,
points.
I heard like people were like stopping playing because they got max points and they just didn't want to use their account and
lose their leaderboard. Yeah, because it's like once you get max points, it's not like you can't climb any higher. It's like chronological order. So if you're the 15th person to get max points, you're gonna stay there. And if you lose points at all, your ranking will go down. So like, let's say for an example, let's say you're the 15th person to get max points. You don't play for a while, and then let's say 85 other people get max points. Let's say you're like, man, I want to get back on the game, play, and then you last place. Oh, now you don't have max points anymore. So then you play some more to get your max points back again. But then when you're on the leaderboard, you get max points. Now you're number 101. So that 15th spot you got is gone. So a lot of people didn't want that to happen. For them to get max points, continue to play, lose points, and then lose their leaderboard positioning. So yeah, that is a good change. I'm happy for that. On to the next. They added a multi-round option to friend match, and so what this means is like whenever you do like a private lobby, after every race, instead of it you going back to the lobby, which the servers crash sometimes, mid, in between. Now you can just do it to where you want to do like 12 rounds. After you do a race, and just go to the next race. You won't even go back to the lobby. So like, or let's say you want to do like four races. You're just like a Grand Prix or something like that. Yeah, you won't have to go back and everybody has to ready up and all that kind of stuff. It's just you'll just go through. So
Wait,
the multi
that's like that's for what? Just like online?
So for friend matches, so like the private lobby.
Okay.
So
Okay,
for
that's
private
actually
lobbies,
good.
I like that. So like whenever there's tournament or there's scrims and stuff like that, a lot of times like you do a and then you'll go back to the lobby, and then when you're in the lobby, the game crashes, or you have to like choose another track, and everybody has to ready up and family ordeal. But now, before you even start, you be like, all right, race number 1, this track, race number 2, this track, race number 3, this track, race number 4, this track, and then you start the race, and then after every single race, you just go on to the next one. So that's actually going to make things way more convenient and speed up, friend matches and stuff. So I think it's a great change.
I agree.
So that's good. The next they added 2 collaboration tracks to Jukebox. So this is not 2 new tracks, but it's just 2 music tracks. I wish they specified, but I looked. Yeah, it's 2 music tracks. So if you like, the new songs they added, you can. They added some 12 collaboration decals. So there's more decals to tat up your car if you want to. They added 6 new gadgets, which the 6 new gadgets are actually some very good gadgets. It is there to help the mid pack. So I don't know if we want to go over the gadgets real quick.
Um,
All right, so
they're all right. So they got the gadgets editions right here. Wait. Are we talking about like the gadget additions and adjustments? Right? Is that where you're trying to be at right now?
I was just gonna what's it called? Yeah, we can go to gadgets and adjustments. So the first gadget they added, and then there were some pictures I sent to the CrashOut too. I guess we could show after or something. Or
All right, that's what I was looking for. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I see what you're talking about, Caleb. Hold on.
yeah, we'll go over it that way. Yeah, so the new gadgets essentially that they added two types of gadgets. So there's the item control type, which they added Lucky Pair and Double Down, and then they added the support type gadgets, which is Ring Mercy, Damage Mercy, Item Mercy, and then Strong Finish.
I got strong finish up right now on the screen.
All right, so we can go over Strong Finish first.
I knew this was gonna be it. Only temporarily invisible in lap 3, so that will run out still in lap 3.
Yes, but it'll get you, especially if you're a smuggler, it'll get you. I tested this out. It lasts for half of the lap. So on lap 3, you'll be invincible for half the lap. So that's actually a really, really good gadget.
That's still good.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Because I was like, you don't have to do no level. Because for people who like you run power vehicle, speed vehicle, if you smuggling, all you gotta do is just stay. You'll be good for the first half, and then the last half. At that point, you probably using drills and wisp and boost. So, it definitely makes smuggling easier. So you have to incorporate that into one of your builds. But definitely a great gadget to add to kind of counter the level 4 ult charge. Technical drift. I think this is something to give the other classes more leeway. So definitely good gadget to add more balance. The next, I guess we can go to that. What's the next one on for you? Is it Item Mercy? Angel.
What happened?
What's the next gadget?
The next gadget is.
I don't know what order your pictures are.
The next one for me is Item Mercy.
Yeah, so Item Mercy, it is get an item after taking damage. So anytime you take damage, you'll get an item box. So you get a boost, you get a rocket, whatever place you're in. I guess the items will differ, but I think, what do y'all think about this one? This one's interesting. Get an item after taking. I think if you're already smuggling, you probably already have. I don't know if this will help you that much, but maybe for I don't know. This seems niche.
Which one is it? It's getting items
after taking damage. So if you hit a obstacle or you get hit, and somebody throws like a rocket punch at you, you get an item.
I feel like it could work. I guess the items are gonna be based off like your placements. So like if you get hit, and like
in first, you probably get a spike ball. But if you're get hit in last, you might get a drill. Like,
that's true. That is true. So I can see it having some payoff. It just depends.
Maybe getting ran over. Maybe this is an item for people who get ran over by my trucks. Cause I feel like when you're in last, you don't get hit that much because everybody has like catch-up items. But like, I guess sometimes you get hit with a drill or so maybe like, oh, you're in like 8th place. You have this gadget on, you get ran over, and now you get a monster truck of your own. I don't know. But this one seems alright, it seems alright. Definitely, some strategy.
Nothing game changery, but definitely something you could probably have fun with.
New way to play. All right, next up, what do you have on is it damage mercy for you, Angel? Got item number 3.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's damage mercy.
All right, yeah. So we got damage mercy. So this is the third new gadget that they update. Become temporarily invincible after taking damage. So you get hit. I guess this is stop it to where you don't get hit multiple times. But you kind of already have some invincibility frames. But I think this will be good. Maybe I could see this used with like quick recovery, because maybe like you get your quick recovery and then you're invincible for a little bit. So
That definitely sounds like a nice combo.
I just don't like having to get hit. But I guess it's good for,
I mean,
but
Okay, Caleb, you tested this out?
I haven't tested this one out.
Oh, okay.
You're saying you're not trying to get hit. The issue is you're thinking about going to get hit. You should just worry about driving your race and expecting to get hit at some point, and this will come into play.
At Crossroads, it almost seems like
you're going to get hit at some point.
Yeah, and when you get hit, this shit's gonna pop off.
Yeah, it's just me personally, I don't think it's I don't know, it's kind of mid, because what this doesn't say, I guess if you combo it with some other gadgets, it can be good, but just alone by itself, I don't think it's that good, because you're still gonna get like the ring loss, you're still gonna get stunned, so like the slowdown. Yeah. It's just like once you get your speed back up and running, you're invincible for a little bit. So that basically stopped you from getting like double tapped. Well, yeah, so it could be good for certain builds.
I think if you run this with a acceleration cart, it will help, because after you get the stun, the acceleration cart is going to help you get out the stun quicker, and then you get the invulnerability or the invincibility.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely talk about the acceleration kit that they added with some of these buffs. But yeah, that is damage mercy, so you check that out. Next up, we got ring mercy. Ring mercy, get rings after taking damage. So I tested this out. This isn't as good as you think it is. So essentially, let's say you have 100 rings and you get hit, you still lose 50 rings. But what it does, it compensates you 10. So you'll end up having 60 instead of 50. So it's not good for like, maintaining rings. But what it is good for, there's a gadget called a ring gain where you get a speed boost whenever you gather rings. So this gadget is really good for that. So whenever you get hit, if you have ring gain boost, you get a speed boost after every time you get hit. And if you combo this with quick recovery, not only are you recovering quicker, you're getting a speed boost when you get hit. So I think this is a good gadget for the quick recovery build and the ring boost build, I will say. So and it's only one slot.
By itself, it's not as good as I like what I wanted it to be, but what you're saying with like the combination of stuff, with like ring game boosts and stuff, it does look like it, be viable in some combinations.
Yeah. So like I said, maybe it's in the past notes. I don't know if I looked on Twitter, but they are trying to. What they found out is, they obviously can see it. There's two metas. There's the front running meta and there's the smuggling meta. But they felt like there's a third meta, which is the mid pack, that's kind of been, slept on. So they're trying to add more gadgets to help the mid packers. So I feel like this is another gadget that'll help, the mid pack builds and stuff. So, but it's a good one. I like it.
I like this double down one. I mean, the stats I'll get debuffed. You tested this? How bad do the stats get debuffed? Do you know?
No, let me look. But yeah, so we got double
It should
down.
show you in
the
the
debuff.
what do you call it? The parameters section, right?
Yeah, it says all what's it called? All stats are debuffed, but you get double items. So yeah, let me go to the gadgets real quick.
Yo, it's interesting, you know. Like you always that. I mean, that would be good for the smuggler build too. You always get double items.
Hey, you good, Sonic? Didn't know you in the hospital. Hopefully you recover.
Yeah, hope you get better, man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, Sonic? Yeah, I don't know what happened, Sonic, but yeah, hope you're all right.
Speedy
Also
recovery,
appreciate
my
you
guy.
for checking in, even though you're going through that right now.
Facts.
Okay, so let me look. Ooh, okay, so I'm looking at it gives you -10 in all stats. So ooh, I don't know if I like that. So
That's a big
your
hit.
boost is -10, power is -10, handling's -10, acceleration -10, speed's -10. So the stats that really aren't going to be affected that much is like speed. Because you know speed is you'll get like a minuscule speed decrease, but like losing 10 handling for certain like vehicle types, like power types, that's going to be devastating. Losing 10
hold on.
when it comes
might
to
not
boost.
be that bad, depending on how you put the build. I think if you pair this with super slow starter, where you get all your stats boosted by 30 on the final lap, it might negate some of that. So yeah, you're
Yes,
gonna
it
take
will.
the first 2 laps, but pair that up in the last lap, you're gonna get plus 20 on all stats.
Yeah.
Because
So I mean,
the 10 off of the 30, so you get 20.
yeah.
But to do that, you're losing
Well, you
all your slots for 2 gadgets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just so you can get double items for one item box. So,
It could be handy. I don't know
it's
what
niche.
Yeah, it's very niche. Someone's gonna
A
make
niche
this
playstyle
a build that works, but like to make it work is gonna be the issue.
The issue is, let's say you do get 2 item boxes, but you're in like 3rd place. All you're gonna get is like what, tornadoes and shit. Like, so now you instead of 1, you get a tornado, or a punch, or a spike ball.
You don't like getting tornadoes?
Tornadoes are alright, but I don't know.
It ain't really worth getting the double item. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all like when it comes to items, it don't matter. This is about placement. Like, yeah, you're just gonna get double crappy items depending on what placement you're in.
See, I would rather get lucky pair, because at that point you can put that with one of the upgrade or add items where you can either get more with items, or you could probably get more defense. I think defense is what, 1 slot as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I will say this one seems a little bit better.
It's a
gadget they
50-50,
have.
but I'd rather
It is
that.
lucky pair. Like what Sammy said, it's you occasionally get double the items, but you don't lose any stats, and it's less gadgets, so it's more flexible. So lucky pair definitely seems like it'd be the better option. I think losing all of your stats and it taking up 3 gear slots is it's not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah.
So lucky pair definitely seems better. But yeah, those are the 6 gadgets. So obviously we gave our thoughts. I was testing some things out, so hopefully that helps you guys. And obviously,
I'm not gonna lie, Caleb,
try it out yourself.
and the rest of you guys, we're gonna have to revisit our tier list for gadgets.
Yeah, I remember some of the things we said, bro. After the game came out, tournaments, ranked. Yeah, some of the stuff we were off on some things, but we were on point with some things too. But there are definitely some gadgets that ended up being more needed and crucial, and some other ones that are kind of irrelevant. So yeah, we'll have to revisit the gadget tier list at some point.
So I got a question for you, Mr. Khalib.
Yes.
So based off of these patch notes, it seems like they kind of, I guess like adding more. It doesn't seem like they really nerfed anything too crazy. Like, so do you think it's better if they just do you like this style of like balance
Yes.
patch notes.
I like the patch or an update that adds more tools for you to use in order to combat other metas versus them just like making every other meta crappy. And honestly, this is competitive player ego talking about, oh, they need a nerf item, they need a nerf. Oh, why? Why? Because you don't like the play style? Because you lose to it? Like, no. Like I said earlier, when we were new, we came from Speedstorm, when we were new to the game, we were trying to put other people on the game and be like, yo, you need to try Sonic Crossworlds, and they did the network test. One of the biggest issues people had is the item getting stunned way too many times. So guess what? They added Ultimate Charge once the full game came out to give people tools in order to combat the item spam. So if you are skilled enough, or you whatever, you can hit level 4. You can negate some of the item chaos. Like the gadget's in there for a reason. If they nerf the gadget, then it deletes the whole purpose for its existence. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be there for a reason. And then like catch-up items are just a thing. So I like that they literally just made it to where it's giving you more tools. So the people who complain about, the level 4 or the smuggling, guess what? There's new gadgets you can use to, combat some of that. So, maybe try the mid-pack stuff. But yeah, we can keep going over the patches and go over, some more of the changes, because it goes over some of these things. But I like that they didn't do just a bunch of big nerfs to the game, because that's one thing. What I don't, especially like just in games in general, I don't like when they make a character that feels fun and good to play, and they're like, oh, we got to balance them because they're too strong, and then they become like unenjoyable to play. I don't think that's the way you should do. You should make every character, if one character is fun and strong, you should make the new characters or other characters fun and strong. You don't make them worse. So
Yeah.
I think this is good.
I gotta agree with you there, man. I know in Speedstorm, a lot of characters fell victim to that.
Yeah, like
This is what you
it's
call
like
balance.
like Anna. And Anna was fine. She was fun.
Yep.
Yes, she was strong. But then like you nerf her, and now she's not fun to play. Now she's not strong. She's just out of the meta. That's not what you do. Especially like if they knew they were going to add all of these OP characters. Like at that point, they just could have kept Anna the way she was. But that's just an example. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to nerf a character into the ground in order to quote balance.
Jesse,
Yeah. Well, Jesse,
Mike.
she's a victim to the crew change.
I know
A lot
Hans
of
got that
lightweight
shit.
were.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess you
Hans.
could say the supercharge helped them out, but fuck supercharge.
But yeah, those are people. Some people don't like those. But yeah, those are the 6 gadgets they added in Crossworlds. There are some gadget balance changes, some anti-cheat measures, and other adjustments and bugs. So anti-cheat measures, I'm happy because people were cheating in order to get time trials. There were replays of it, people skipping
Cheating?
around. Yeah, bro. And I guess they're adjusting their stats and stuff. So not only were I guess people doing this in World Match too. So obviously, when it comes to time trials, it's more visible. World Match, like, imagine somebody using level 4 ultimate charge with technical drift, but then they have stat adjustment cheats, and then you're wondering why some people just pull away so far ahead. Like, yo, how's this person like, half 2 kilometers in front? Like, we can't even catch up to them. How are they so far ahead? It could be because they adjusted their stats. They could have added some more boost, added some more freaking, top speed, and there you go. So I'm glad that they have these anti-cheat measures to make the game more legitimate. Not that it wasn't legitimate, but like, what I'm saying, like more fair. Because whenever you have crossplay and you have like Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, there's gonna be some people who have a PC that got them cheats on. So I'm glad that they got more measures to keep the game fair and balanced and don't got people crashing out.
You gotta be a lame ass nigga to cheat, man. I
Yeah,
don't
bro.
understand how people do that, man.
You get good, especially in a game that is focused around items that help you catch up. Like you gotta cheat.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah, bro. But I'm glad they're doing something with the cheating off the rip. So that's good, man.
But yeah, we go down that competition. We kind of talk about that. We'll just, a new mode, legend competition, has been added. This mode will occur regularly. So if you were wondering if this is a one-time thing, this will happen more than once, which is good. With the first competition being held December 4th, which is tomorrow, 2025, through December 21st, 2025. So, let me see. That'll be 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, this will be going on. So I'm excited. Tomorrow, I'm curious to see how it goes. Some people might feel like, oh, the rewards aren't rewarding. All you get is a title. But it's about, top 100, top 10. I think there's some clout attached with that. You know what I'm saying? Some notoriety. You don't have to go to somebody else's, some random, fans tournament. Some random players tournament in order to get your, ranking. You can get it in this officially. So I'm excited for it. World match rating, we kind of went over that. 9,900, 10,000 to 100,000. Friend match settings, you can have multiple rounds. No more going back to the lobby after each race. That's good. The jukebox tracks, collaboration stuff, went over that. All right, gadget additions and adjustments. So since launch, we've observed two common strategies in online matches. Using drift type gadgets to maintain top positions, level 4 charge, and then staying in 9th through 12th place and using item control gadgets to get powerful items late in the race and quickly jump to the top positions. Both strategies made it very difficult for those in 4th through 8th place to make a comeback. Therefore, in version 1.2, we've added and strengthened support type and item type gadgets to make it easier to make comebacks in 4th through 8th. We will continue monitoring online gadget usage win rates to adjust balance going forward. So, all you Ultimate Charge haters, you have to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, what do y'all think?
So basically, from this change, what they like change how like the mid pack, they changed some stuff to make like being in a mid pack like
More valuable, because that's the most chaotic place to be, is in the mid. So
yeah, man, the mid pack's scary, man. It's do you dirty, man. I feel like that's where I get done dirty the most, is being in the middle.
Oh yeah,
because that's where all the monster trucks is and everything.
and they getting monster truck saws, rocket punches. It's just like, yeah, you're kind of done. So
Facts, man.
I'm glad, instead of just listening to some niche competitive player, that they actually looked at all of the data and did what is, probably the most healthy for the games. And obviously we went over the gadgets and stuff. Also, in addition, the following gadgets that were previously distributed as festival rewards can now be purchased with Donpa tickets from the gadget customization screen. So this is for people who missed the festivals. Whatever.
Knew it. I knew that was gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How many Dumba tickets you want to spend? Like thousands? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, probably expensive. You have to grind it. If you have to grind for
festivals, I ain't
probably
Dumba tickets.
But you gotta like think, like, if a new player, let's say somebody gets the game a year from now.
Yeah, because it's on sale.
There's probably a lot of they're gonna need a way to be able to get the gadgets that were previously in the game. So, it's this. It just makes sense. Like the Dumper tickets, those were the game's currency system. So, to me, it just makes sense. That's why
There's gonna be a lot of grinding.
It is, but they want people to be on the game a while, anyways.
Yeah, it's healthy, because that means that a new player won't, like, especially if, like, let's say like a gadget comes out that's a meta and that you have to have on, you know what I'm saying, in order to win races. If you're new to the game, and you don't have access, you're kind of SOL, you're screwed. But I like the fact that even if you missed the event that had the, the OP gadget or whatever it is, that you can still access it, in some kind of way.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a
I
bad
gotta spend
thing.
some Dumpa ticket.
I'm just saying, sucks for whoever got to spend Dumpa tickets.
Yeah, but I
No,
mean,
I
people.
mean, maybe
these
they
gadgets
don't
gonna
care,
probably
man.
cost 1,000 Dapper tickets per.
Yeah, but it depends. If it's 1,000, that's doable because I mean, people are grinding for these AI skins and titles, and the titles are like 14,000 Dompa tickets. So 1 or 2,000, they get a gadget. I don't see no problem with that.
hmm And you got to remember, Sammy, you're gonna be able to pick the gadget you want. So
Yeah, so you got to get the other the crappy ones. Spend your money your way.
yes, sir.
All right, next up we got. Now we're getting to the balance changes. So these are the nerfs and the bugs. Gadget adjustment, quick recovery, further reduced downtime after taking a hit. Previously, quick recovery provided a large benefit when hit, but losing rings often led to lower final positions. The gadget has been adjusted to allow more mid-position endurance. So they
Nice.
reduce the downtime. So that means when you get hit, you're gonna recover even quicker. So the quick recovery gadget is so for the
Shout
power
out,
vehicle,
man.
all my powerful vehicle users that use it, hey, we eating. But next up, acceleration machine kit. Recovery timing further reduced to align with quick recovery's adjustments. So acceleration machine, I actually tried this out. It didn't seem like you recovered that quickly, but I think if it's in line with the quick recovery gadget, then maybe the acceleration gadget or machine kit, maybe will be viable and played more. Because if one thing in this game that is not played a lot, acceleration vehicles and acceleration gadgets, I would say are the worst. So it's good to see that they are buffing it to make it to where you can recover quicker. So I'll be trying it out, see how it works. Wisp chance up. So this was the item that was used in like the smuggling build, the triple items, the item swap, and then people will put on a wisp chance up, so they could get like drills, then because a drill is considered a wisp, a laser that's considered a wisp as well. So they're nerfing the wisp chance up, reduced the influence on item probability. Previously, wisp chance up made it too easy to collect powerful items before the races end and aim for the top positions. We've dialed this back a bit. Honestly, I don't mind this because I've been using the smuggling build without the wisp chance up, and you're still able to get good items. Obviously there's some other items that might show up, like the ghost or like the slime, but you're still gonna get wisp. You're still gonna get the drills when you need. So obviously people will say, oh, they need to nerf items, so maybe this is will make some of them happy. It won't be as easy to get drills and stuff. So, but honestly, I have no issue with this nerf. What y'all think?
I agree with you. Like it's I guess if like players are kind of dependent on it, they're probably gonna get hit. But I do think even without the items or even without the wisp chance up, like if you're in the back at some point, you're probably still gonna get like a drill or something. So I don't think it's that crazy.
Yeah. All right, and then they have invincible start. Vehicles now flash just before the effect ends to make the timing clear. So maybe this is for the level 4. Maybe it's gonna be more of an indicator when somebody's about to go be vulnerable or whatever. So it's not nothing that really. I think it's just something that makes things more visible. So I think that's a good change. So you better have your level 4 ready because it's gonna be more noticeable. There will be a flash right before the effect ends. So I like that. So that I guess you could say it's a nerf or a balance change for the level 4 drift. Because I think that was one of the complaints. It's like that a lot of people will blame it on desync. Be like, oh, I never know when I can hit somebody with level 4 drift because of the desync. Well, now you'll be able to see. Other adjustments. Adjust the appearance of Silver and Blaze AI skins and the color of Race Park Rivals team dimensions, as they can be mistaken for Invincible state. For Eagle-Eyed, the new color scheme is based on turquoise blue, or a Silver the Hedgehog emits when activating his abilities. So this, honestly, I'm not a fan of this change, but I get why they did it. So
Neither am
I personally love the way Blaze and Silver look with the Silver AI skin. Because I mean, his name is Silver, so him being Silver with the AI skin glowing, you know what I'm saying? It looked good, but now he's turquoise, and it's just like, really, like more blue AI skin. Now I would have an issue with the color blue. It's just like they just made Silver's AI skin worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I tripping? What?
You not? You right? I'm on the same boat as you.
Hey, man.
Like, hold on, let me. Like,
Shit, let them know why you think they made that change.
but they did this because, like Sammy said, the technical drift with the ultimate charge, level 4 ultimate charge, where you get a shield.
Silver Surfer.
It's Silver. He calls it the Silver Surfer build. So if you have somebody who has a Silver AI skin, and then they're also running level 4, you're probably not going to know when they're invulnerable or not. You know, think of they're Silver the whole time. And so now when I think about the first, Crossroad 500 tournament that Dallas did, S7 won, but guess what character he was using? Silver. He was one of the first people to use the level 4 technical drift, and he was using Silver. So, you could say that potentially people didn't know when to stun him. Like, damn, I don't know when I can stun him. But I guess, like, if you're just going off of color theory, you kind of do have an advantage using the Silver AI skins with technical drift, level 4 charge. So they made it to where it's like, that's not going to be a problem anymore because they're just going to be turquoise. So to make it more fair and balanced. So
Are there when it comes to the AI skins, do characters have multiple AI skins, or is it just one?
they just have one, but the character with multiple AI skins is the AI character Sage. So Sage has like a golden AI skin, and then she has her like dark red one. But everybody else only has one.
I could actually see them in the future coming out with more AI skins for,
That would be nice.
characters.
Can we get a red AI skin for Knuckles? Like we got, I don't know. Yeah, we just got Knuckles blue. But so yeah, we can pour one out for the AI skins for Team Silver, Team Blaze. Improved machine handling after collisions with other. Oh my gosh, thank goodness, because sometimes when you're like on the water sections and you're like trying to turn, like if somebody collides with you, you just get, everybody just gets like magnetized and ends up getting like pushed into a wall. That stuff was trash. So maybe this will make that better and alleviate that. Improve directional input detection to make it easier to use items in the intended direction when driving. Okay, that's good. Adjusted race communication, prioritize syncing information that affects race progression, improving correct reflection of invincibility, such as ultimate charge activation. So this is what I was talking about, or people are complaining about, is not knowing when somebody's level. So now, because of the desync, so they fixed it. So now the desync won't be an issue. That it'll be more correctly reflected. So I like that. And then strengthen anti-cheat measures for races and race results in online play, and such as global match on PC. Like I said, the PC players toxic. They bringing the cheats to the game. But yeah, these are some great changes. Honestly, like I have no negative things to say about that.
Okay, that's what's up.
Next up, we have concerning anti-cheat measures. With patch version 1.2, we have strengthened our anti-cheat measures to ensure a fair and secure online environment. These improvements focus primarily on countering cheating behaviors that give an unfair advantage in a world match time trial. If cheating activity continues to increase, we may be required to consider additional anti-cheat measures across a broader range of systems, depending on the situation, to ensure that all players can enjoy the game safely and fairly. We kindly ask for your continued cooperation in maintaining a fair and secure gameplay environment. We will continue to listen to the community and make ongoing to protect the player experience and ensure that the game remains healthy and enjoyable for. Thank you again for your continued support of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. So I love hearing that.
Stop cheating, niggas.
Yeah, cheating ass nigga. You know, quit it. They gonna put an end to your. You feeling like you on top of? I'm the best player in the world. No, you're not. You gonna have to earn it the hard way, like everybody. Get good. I know. You're like you're on Garfield kart racing. I know. I get it. So you come to Sonic Crossworld. That's the number one Garfield kart racer, and then you get smoked, and you're like, oh, I gotta put the cheats on. But nope. Not no more. You just have to. I know you're the number one You're the number one Nickelodeon All-Star kart racer. You're the number one DreamWorks racing player, and then you wanna continue fighting Sonic, so you put the cheats on. But nah, no more.
Can't be number one in DreamWorks. They ain't seen me.
Sammy, you the number one.
Number one, Puss in Boots.
I mean, you are the only player on the game.
Hold up. I don't know about all that. Let me check the Steam charts.
Go online right now. Yeah, check the Steam charts, please.
You gonna be your first online match. Straight bots.
Let's see.
But
no, there's two people in the game, and I ain't one of them.
hey, it's two. There we go.
Yeah, and both of them, neither of them play Puss in Boots, so you definitely don't need Puss in Boots.
Oh snap!
Oh man.
But I guess to wrap it up, we got bug fixes, a fixed festival announcement showing old information before events. Okay, there was some confusion, so I'm glad they fixed that. Fixed a bug where auto acceleration failed to activate after several seconds. Improved smoothness and visibility of the left-right movement and item warning display. Fixed a bug where charge dash would not activate when passing through a transformed ring mid-air drift state using dash type. Fixed a bug where attacks from the King Boom item could be avoided using the charge or handle assist. Well, a bug, Charge jump. I didn't know you could dodge the King Boo with the charge jump. That's interesting. Fix the bug with King Boom Boom. This is a tongue twister. You say it 3 times super fast. It's a tongue twister. King Bomb Boo. Is that his name? I'll call him King Boo Boom. His actual name is King Bomb Boo. Nobody calls him that. They call him King Boo.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I go too.
It's
just short.
Yeah, we ain't stuttering. But yeah, I guess there's a bug where the items midair could cause the fire pillar to be incorrect, so they fixed that. They fixed the bug using the laser item that caused the dash type machine appearance to break at certain times. Okay. Fixed the bug where using the boost item aimed during boost frenzy at the exact end can make the item unusable. Oh, I don't think I've had that bug before. Fixed the bug where the tornado item during boost frenzy can make items unusable until the frenzy ended. Adjusted the dash gate placement and dash gate frenzy on certain courses where more gates than intended were placed. Fixed the bug in course Wonder Museum where machines could get stuck in the tornado. Fixed the bug on Sky Road and Minecraft World where using Slicer or Homing Punch when crossing travel rings or end portals could cause incorrect tracking. Fixed the bug in Steampunk City where colliding with the trains would cause the machines to sink into the ground. Fixed the bug in the course White Cave where drill in cave areas could cause machines to sink into the ground. And then fix other several gameplay bugs. So that is the balance changes and the patch notes. Overall, W in my opinion, W patch notes, W balance changes. I think it's definitely made the game better. I'm excited for the Legend competition tomorrow. I'm kind of glad that they made it to where the max points is 100,000. I can play. Everybody can play now. You can play. I honestly, with this, I don't even feel pressured to get max points anymore because it's going to be such a grind. I can just play this whenever I feel like it. I don't desire for the people who got max points 9999 before this update. Congratulations to you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys are amazing. I think it was like less than 200, but I believe it was like 100 and like at most 150 people that got max points. So shout out to all of the players who got max points. You know what I'm saying? Before the increase. So now if you want to grind to your personal life is going to suffer, but hey, do what you got to do. But yeah, it's I think it's a relief because I was at I was kind of trying last night 550, and I was like, oh, I got to get 500 points, but like now I feel like what, I ain't got to get 500. 10,000, we'll have 90,000 to go. So I think healthy changes.
Yep.
But yeah, that is oh wait, last but not least, with this update, if you go to the character select screen, you can see the new characters. They are locked, but they have like a, what do they call it? A clock icon. So the first one is Tangle. This is one of the characters from the comic books. She's an acceleration type, but now you can kind of see her on the character select screen, and you can see her stats, and you can compare them to the other characters. So that's good. We got a Whisper, and Whisper and Tangle are going to be released in February. The Whisper is the second boost character, so now Hatsune Miku will have another, boost rival. And actually, this Whisper character has a higher boost stat than Miku, so that means this character Whisper is going to be meta when it comes to the Silver Surfer build or Technical Drift level 4, because they will be getting their, boost just quicker than everybody else. So that is kind of insane. So in February, we got something to look forward to. Next up, we have Knights. Knights is a speed character. So, and their stats are pretty much comparable to SPO. They're like SPO, but with one higher boost. So, but yeah, definitely going to be a Knights main. Definitely going to be holding it down with Knights. So I'm excited. That which will be released.
Shout out Knights, man.
This December. So because they release new character festivals, I most likely predict after the Legend competition is concluded, they will most likely have the Knights Festival following that, which will probably be Christmas week. So
okay.
Looking forward to that. And then we have II. It's going to be released in January. You know what I'm saying? I love my II. I love my monkeys. I love my AI. This is the perfect character for me. But yeah, man, II is a handling character, and out of all of the handling characters, II has the highest boost stat. So if you like playing Amy Rose, if you like playing Rusty Rose, Silver, Cream, and you feel like they do good, or Rouge the Bat, if you feel like they do good on Extreme Gear, you're gonna have an even better time with II. So II is gonna be meta. Can't wait. He's gonna be a great handling character. You're gonna get your boost hella quick. Definitely, I'm gonna be an II main. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Pac-Man. Pac-Man, he's the DLC character, paid DLC, but he will be releasing in January. Says it in the store. And with the Pac-Man, you got Blinky. Blinky is speed. Pac-Man is acceleration. So that is your character updates. But yeah, that is Sonic Racing Crossword news. So overall, man, I think some good changes, y'all. Some good changes.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is how you update a game. Game Loft, take notes.
Yeah,
No
Game
nerves.
Loft.
We always hitting on
No
Speedstorm.
real nerves, just visual nerves.
I kind of gotta agree with him though, Angel, because how many times we got a update or a quote unquote update from Game Loft, and that shit was not an update, bro. That shit sent us back 3 steps.
Yep. Update would come with more bugs and glitches,
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
more
You're right.
exploits.
It's a game off issue.
Well, I mean, just what you said earlier. You said the developer said they're not going to add team mode into privates. Yeah, look at Sonic Cross for us. They people been talking about making private. Adding features to make privates more easier or accessible, and they added some features to friendly match. So just on that alone, it's better. So, but yeah, it's I'm probably sure. Hold on, can we do scrims? I guess since the servers are down, you can't do friends matches right now. But the moment the servers come back up, if people aren't doing the legend competition, if they're doing friend match, oh wait, maybe they can do it now. Yeah, people are probably doing it right now, doing some scrims and friendly match. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, that is your Sonic Racing Crowdsource news. So W change. But wait, I just yeah. So. But yeah, what do we have next up on the topic? I know
Where wins meet.
where wins meet.
Yeah, I've
Right.
actually been hearing more and more about that game, man. So it seems like more people are like actually getting their hands on it. I know our residential Mr. Angel, man, he's actually been playing it too, and apparently
Yep.
he been fucking with the game, man.
Angel
Yeah.
fell in love.
I mean, like, I knew I didn't need another MMO in my life, but like, I knew if I touched this game, I would get hooked, and that's exactly what happened. I played it for the first time a couple of days ago. I'm like, oh, okay, this shit's actually kind of gas. Not gonna lie, this shit's kind of gas. And then I've been playing it ever since. I mean, I stopped though because Destiny's expansion came out yesterday, so I've been trying to like beat that, but I'm trying to figure out how to flip flop these MMOs on top of doing the other games that I play.
Bro. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind.
I want to ask you, Angel, what got you into Where Wins Me? What like enticed you to play the game?
Well, I mean, a lot of people were playing it, and from what the videos that I've seen, the one that kind of got me like, yo, that shit is crazy. It's the movement. Like, in a certain part of the game, you can literally sit there and fucking like take off, flying type shit. Like, oh man, that shit is crazy. I haven't unlocked it yet though, but from what I've been playing, the combat seems nice. You got the parry system, so this is like it's an MMO, but it's like an action role playing game at the same time as it being an MMO. You have your MMO qualities, but you also got action RPG qualities, and I think it's a great hybrid of the two. Like the skills that I've seen, the different combinations. They have healers, tanks, DPS. They got everything that an MMO has been asking for. I'm not an end game yet, so I can't really like give you guys the bread and butter of how I feel about the end game, which is the most important part of an MMO. But once I get to it, I promise I'll let you guys know if it's good or not. But for anybody that hasn't played an MMO and want to try it, I highly recommend it. They'll give you tool tips. There's people like in the freaking like areas that be giving you like little posts here and there, like little hints, like, hey, there's a boss up ahead, or hey, there's a treasure right behind you. So like this community in itself is an amazing. And I know we just got this game, right? But this game has been out for a while in China, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like they got it first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a Chinese developed game?
Yeah. You know who makes
I
this?
believe so, yeah.
Is it Tencent?
No, NetEase.
That easy.
The same people that made Marvel Rivals, right?
The same people that make Destiny Rising as well.
NetEase is killing it then. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know. They must have a big ass like building because they're like actively working on like 10 plus games that are live service, gotchas, MMOs. I'm like, how do you guys do this?
NetEase is one of the biggest mobile publishers.
Like these guys must be running like sweatshops.
They got a whole bunch of money in the bank.
Like sweatshops for coding,
they
bro.
used to be running the Dead by Daylight mobile game.
That was them too?
Yup.
Damn, NetEase like just likes to make the mobile version of the top games. That's what it sounds like. Because they also did a Diablo Immortal, which was a mobile game for Diablo.
They're the biggest mobile publishers at this point.
Seem like that's their bread and butter.
Yeah, but now they moving into the consoles and PCs, and look, they finding success.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
game. I mean, NetEase knows what the fuck they doing when it comes to making a character look real good, pretty. You know, cosmetics. You're gonna want this because it looks fire, but you got to pay for it. Like NetEase is really good at that. I will say that sometimes even the games that are not pay to win, but they're still like very, very, you know, big on the cosmetic side. Like where wins me, I don't think it's pay to win. It's just things. There's a lot of cosmetics. Same with Marvel Rivals, it's not pay to win, but it had a lot of cosmetics. But then you have games like Immortal and Destiny Rising, where it is paid to win more than anything, and it's a gotcha game. So it's like they have a combination of all different genres in that company. It's crazy.
Okay. Man. Shout out, man. All right,
I heard
Sammy, did
PvP in that game's actually lit.
do you plan on playing that game, Sammy?
Yeah, at some point.
I have a friend that's playing that game right now. He actually says he really enjoys it.
Yeah, this is my style of game. Like I grew up watching like the Wuxia type of movies, you know, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, House of Flying Daggers. So this is right up my alley. So I've been paying close attention to this game back in when it was first announced, and like it was in development, and I've been like closely following the game. And then back in the summertime when people got their hands on it, like content creators. So I was just waiting for the drop. Sucks that it's not on Xbox as of yet. Don't know if it'll have an Xbox release, but it's on PS5. So console gamers, you know, you can still play this. I am looking to see if I can get it on PC. I mean, I can get it on PC. It's free, but I just gotta see if I can handle it on my PC.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Thought this was on Xbox too.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but Xbox is slacking. But I mean, I have played this. Make sure if you guys have a gaming PC, make sure you run this on DirectX 12. Unless you got a shitty PC, then don't run it. But definitely make sure you run the DirectX 12 version of this. You can unlock DLSS and all that good stuff. And man, when I tell you this game looks beautiful, man. Like,
Yep.
fuck, man. I wanna show you guys how beautiful this game looks, but like it uses
You
up a
could.
lot of my GPU sources right now. If I were to do that, that shit would be like my
You know what?
crash.
You could put up a video or some gameplay in the
Yeah,
background.
but you know it's not 4K max settings though. You know what I'm saying? I want you to see the fucking the particles of the grass flowing. What?
Angel smoking that. You know what?
Allow pass?
So this game is it is an MMO game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, to a degree.
It's an MMO.
Okay. Like, man, shout out, man. Hopefully the game has a good lifespan because it seems like
Oh,
people
it
loving
will.
the game now. So I just want to see. For me, I usually base like what people say of the game after the honeymoon phase. So
That's fair.
we'll see.
Yeah, this is definitely it's definitely a good game. I don't know, you know, where they'll you know, land, you know, or how like they plan on maintaining this game or updating it, but like I said, it's a cool looking game and the graphics are beautiful. I mean, look at this shit. I don't know what settings they're having it, but I mean this shit I'll be immersed in this world, let me tell you. And I don't get to appreciate many games like this where the world is very immersive and very you know, beautiful looking. You know, the samurai, I think the samurai shit and like and the time of the samurais and shit is also really cool too, because you don't get MMO like this where it's like samurai based. Some people say it looks like Ghost of Tsushima or goes to something similar to like one of those games, but in the MMO sense. Oh no, Naraka Blade Point. That's the one that people compare it to.
Okay. I have heard some stuff about that game as well.
Yo, Sammy, get your butt on this game so we can team up.
Oh, we're gonna team up at some point. I don't know if my PC will be able to handle this. My gaming laptop be able to handle this. I gotta see.
Just so you know,
specs.
I'm a uwu girl in this game, by the way.
That's crazy.
What? What's crazy?
Sammy had to clarify. He said, "I ain't got a PC. He got a skinny PC." He said, "I got."
That's a skinny PC.
No, that's a great segue, you know, because Sammy will get a PC soon, aka the Steam Machine 2.0, you know,
or the hybrid at this point. We'll see. But yeah, it's a good segue.
Yeah, man. I know there was some stuff going around with the pricing.
Yeah, so apparently, Valve, there was like the pricing of this Steam machine ain't gonna be like consoles where we selling at a loss. The way you would take parts to build a PC is what the pricing of this Steam machine is gonna cost.
I try to tell you, Sammy. I try to tell you, bro. I try to tell you.
Hey, it's not like I was naive. I was just saying it would be good if they sold it like consoles because that way they can cut into the market and compete. But then at the same time, I could kind of see it where they're like, you know what, we're gonna make this the value of like a PC. Where if you like picked your parts to make this Steam machine, that's how much it would cost.
Did anybody do that yet?
What, make a Steam machine equivalent?
To see how much it would cost.
I could check.
Like I said, I'm guessing $800 to $1,000.
Yeah, I was guessing that too. Somewhere between 6 to 1K.
Which they're gonna do. This is gonna flop just like the 1.0 version. If they're gonna sell a console like PC and a console like experience.
Oh shit! Hang on, someone did this on Reddit. I'm gonna send you the link
for $800 to $1,000. Knowing that there's an Xbox hybrid that's gonna be doing the same thing that Steam machine can do,
and price it around the same point.
And price it around the same point, and it's going to be more powerful. Anybody in their right mind will go to the Xbox and not get the Steam machine because I get better specs.
Be integrated onto Windows as well.
Exactly. Like there's Xbox hybrid. Like this Steam machine picked the wrong time to come out when an Xbox hybrid is right around the corner.
I mean, it really just depends on that price point. To me, right now, the Steam machine, the price point is the make or break.
Yeah. And the way they're talking about it, I was going to be price point close to if you were just going to build it yourself, is very worrisome. Very worrisome. Because I don't think it's going to be priced competitively by saying that. Because they're not selling at a loss like consoles, which is why consoles are so cheap. Because they take that loss and they get their profits off the games you buy.
Apparently, they actually were interviewed, the people that are making a Steam machine, and one of the questions were if they were all right with like selling it, and I'm paraphrasing. One of the questions were asked if they were fine like selling the Steam machine at a loss. And I think what they said was like they're just gonna try to sell it as competitively similar to what like the average like PC market is.
So with the Reddit post that Sammy's talking about, my monitor is off, so I can't really like put it up in the middle monitors to see it. But I'll tell you exactly, the headline is all you need. Build with the exact Steam machine specs is $770, so it can't really be more than that. So if anything, it's gonna be priced around $700 to $800 mark. And that's if they're cutting the loss. So if it's costing them $770, they probably get some deals with these parts to actually make that cheaper, because obviously they're a company, they get bulk pricing, so they could probably manage to sell us at a $700 even mark.
I would say
Yeah, I think-
maybe even $649.
I think 649 would be all right. I think they should sell it at a loss because it's Steam. They're making so much bank. I literally don't even think that's gonna matter. Plus, the goal for the Steam machine is to get more people into the Steam environment. That alone will make you more money. So I think they should sell it at a loss.
I think so too, only because we already know PS6 and the next Xbox going to be close to $1,000 anyways. So if you can undercut them both while, you know, your console's a bit underpowered than both of them, but in terms of like being able to upgrade it, there's a possibility. I think that is a good selling point.
I agree, Sammy. I agree with everything you just said.
Because like if they're looking at it in the form factor of like, oh, you know how the PS6 can upgrade its SSD, we can do that. You know, we have it as a base power, but anytime you want to take out this part and plug in the next part to upgrade your console, you can do that. If the Steam Machine 2.0 allows you to do that and offers that free customization, like let's just say you buy this at $649 or $700. And then 6 months from now, you're like, oh, let me upgrade the GPU now because I could put down like 1,300 on, I don't know, a 5080 or a 5070. All of a sudden, this console don't look so weak. All of a sudden, it's more capable than what a PS6 can offer or the next Xbox can offer in terms of power.
I like where you're going with this, Sammy, but there's one problem. One problem with that.
I know it's tiny, so
yes,
it would have to be a mobile chip.
So like there is no upgradability when you're using sockets like the sockets that like these consoles use, and the sockets that like the Steam Deck and the Ally X use. They use APUs, so like they use like a CPU GPU like together chip usually. Or they'll have like a specific proprietary motherboard for these type of consoles, and unless so they're gonna get the mobile chips for one, and that's usually soldered into the fucking motherboard, so there's no way for you to upgrade that GPU chip.
I think someone's gonna find a way. There's always that one I mean, it's gonna be niche because there's gonna be like 100 people that do this, but someone's gonna find a way to do that, where they can upgrade the Steam machine.
I love that, man.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just buy a PC. That's that gray area, man. It's like you could try to make a console PC / thing, but like, you know, if somebody wants to upgrade it, you're not gonna be able to. And at that point, you might as well buy a PC. So you're gonna get to that argument. Well, like at that point, I'm just gonna get the new Xbox that can do the same shit but more powerful. I don't gotta worry about upgrading it because it's more powerful.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
I don't have those problems. I got a PC.
But speaking on Steam, you know, apparently there's been some rumors that Steam is coming to the PS6. Which y'all
Dang, it's crazy because what are we just talking about this?
Yeah, that PS6 needs to be a hybrid like the Xbox. And it looks like it. Look, man, I tell you, man, Sammy, when I tell you these companies ain't stupid, my guy. Like once they look into what the competitor is about to do, like they're not gonna just be like, oh no, yeah, we can skip over that, because they know for a fact that's the nail in the coffin for them if they go by that logic. So they're gonna see what the other company is planning on doing, so they can one up them, or they can do the exact same thing and just hope and pray that their player base in their community will just buy their console over the competitors. I mean, it's only a matter of time, and like I said, they can always do this in the software update, so you don't, you know, if they're already like so far gone into the the operating system and the manufacturing of this console already, because it's supposed to come out pretty much in another 2 years. Like I said, it'll be a software update. Boom, they'll put the Steam integration, Linux integration into the Sony software. Boom, boom, you're done. It's not hard. It's not hard, man. Now,
from what I'm hearing though, this is actually just a rumor from like a YouTuber, and it spread like wildfire.
Oh, that's not even a credible source. Oh god.
Yeah, so apparently everyone's been quoting this guy, the hip hop gamer. And
Yeah, I
people are
don't
giving
believe
their
it.
takes.
Like Steam coming to PS6 and it's just a rumor. Hell no.
We need credible sources, man.
Yeah, it is something you have to take with a grain of salt. But
Oh yeah.
if more rumors start coming out like this, I wouldn't be surprised though.
Well, I mean, that one thing with the cross buy, it seems like it was legit because people were going on like an actual PlayStation profile to find these icons with the cross buy in it, and it was coming up like legit. I don't know how legit that could be. I don't know if Sony was testing things, and maybe you know they might go back on it and not implement the cross buy feature in the next PlayStation. But
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously the source is not credible, but I mean, if he does stir an uproar, and if he does stir a lot of people quoting and talking to him and talking about it, you know, it might, you know, Sony might be like, oh shit, people really want this Steam integration hybrid console. We might have to, like, you know,
I'm not gonna lie,
pull a fast one.
People were just talking about this crap.
Because I'm not gonna lie, if Sony, if they gon' like, if that is a thing, then a lot of us could just do the wait and, you know, the wait and see approach to see which product is gonna be done better.
And you know what? The best part about that is, if Sony implements Steam on their console, that means no matter what, no matter if you guys that play PlayStation, doesn't matter if the Xbox people play Xbox, at the end of the day, we will still be able to play together because y'all still have the PC part in your hybrids. And regardless.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
I've always been saying the way to go in the future for consoles was to be hybrids. Like, you don't have to completely like get rid of the console form factor, but at least make it a hybrid where you can get the benefits of PC if you don't want to have to build a PC, because a lot of people at this point are comfortable with the plug and play.
100%. Hybrids is the way to go now, because I know people argue, hey, why don't you just buy a PC? Why don't you just build one? Why don't you do that if you're gonna just wait for a hybrid? Some people do not want the headache of having to troubleshoot their computer because their game doesn't launch, they got a virus, or they don't know what they're doing on PC. Well, like a proprietary console and software, you know, it's plug and play, like Sammy said, and they can still play those same games that PC players can play. You know, having that hybrid option, you'll add the PC element to it, and since, you know, your hardware is proprietary, so, like, you know, you don't have to worry about different specs, different anything, because it's all the same shit built for that console. You can pretty much
worry if my CPU is gonna fit my motherboard or the GPU is gonna fit the motherboard. All this is already done for you,
and you have a nice mid-range PC, whatever the specs are going to be for a new console, mid to high range, to where, you know, you don't have to get a PC. $1,000 for a mid to high range PC that you can play. Maybe you probably can get 4K 60 frames on it. I mean, you can't beat that.
Because when this new generation of consoles launched, they were already mid-gen PCs. That's what everyone was complaining about. They weren't at the top, they were starting from the middle, which, you know, when you build a PC, you want to start somewhere near the top, because in a couple of years you're going to be in the mid-gen.
And if you a sucker, let's say if you're a sucker for our MMOs and RPGs, you want a hybrid, because a lot of these MMOs, the console players can't even play because it's only on PC.
Yep,
That's
that's a
true.
fact.
And you know what's so crazy? A lot of like indie RPGs
On PC.
are like they're like um only on Steam or
Yep.
PC. Like there's I can't tell y'all how many times I'm like watching like a RPG or like a JRPG list of like games that are coming out because y'all already know I'm a JRPG head, and I'll see like these fire JRPGs that are coming out from like indie developers, but it's only gonna be on.
Only on Steam. Damn.
So
Or all the type of games that launch on Steam first, and you gotta wait 1 or 2 years before it drops on console.
yeah, or it's like a time exclusive. So that happens a lot, man. So that's why I'm looking forward to seeing how this Steam integration is gonna go from all
Hades
parties.
2, I'm talking about you.
That's
You know,
crazy.
we're just gonna see how everything turns out, man.
I honestly think, this is good for gaming. I've always been on that boat, always been on that because I just think, more people get a hybrid console in their hands where they can get a taste of PC, the better, because you get the full benefits of PC gaming at your comfortability. Because, like, let's be honest, if people could just sit there and build their PC, everybody would do it. But nobody wants to do it because all the trouble is going to give you at the same time. There's the reason why when the PlayStation 5 was announced and they're talking about, if you want to play games at a certain speed, you got to get an SSD. And this is how you tear it down and open it and put the SSD in it. What was the one thing everyone was saying? I don't want to have to do all that. I don't want to have to open up my console to do that. What if I brick my console? You know how many people were saying that? That was the biggest talk when the PS5 was announced. So that just lets you know that people aren't really ready yet to be building PCs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a big PC market. Don't get it twisted.
I do think more people are getting into like PCs, but I do think this will also be a good way for people to see what possibly PCs can offer. And maybe this generation or the next generation, they like do the hybrid, but maybe that might push them into fully commit into the PC side.
Yeah, we'll see. I think there's going to be a market for these hybrids, honestly. And I think once they get actualized and they're in the market, it's going to be a while before, anyone from any company decides, you know what, let's just go full force and commit to just making PCs like the Steam Machine 2.0. I think the hybrids are going to last maybe 4 generations at most before someone says, you know what, let's just go full frontal force and we'll do a Steam Machine type of console where it's just a PC.
That's true.
4 generations, guys. That's all I'm giving it. 4 generations. Because at that point, AI is going to be streamlined and it's going to get to a point where, man, consoles are going to be obsolete.
We'll see, man. We will see. But I guess speaking of AI, man, I know there's like some AI stuff you wanted to talk about, Mr. Sammy.
I mean, it wasn't that big. I don't even remember what I had put down in for the topics.
It was the one with I think you said somebody like.
Oh yeah, we don't really gotta talk about that. But if we in terms of AI though, I know you put out something. I think that we could share with the community and talk about, because I think that's a big one, if anything.
All right, so for those of y'all who don't know,
I didn't know this, so there you go.
So for those of y'all who don't know, there's been some big stuff happening in the anime community, and Amazon they had like this anime called Banana Fish, and they also I didn't know this until I did my research, but the No Game No Life. So Amazon, they had Banana Fish and the No Game No Life movie, and what they did for the dubbing, like the English dub for both of those animes, is they used AI to create the English voices. And it's been like they've gotten a lot of backlash for it because one, people aren't right now, people don't really look too fondly on like
There's a lot of people who do, but there's a lot of vocal motherfuckers.
I was waiting for Caleb to say something.
They are, but it's in this case it's kind of like a double whammy because one, at least from what I'm seeing, a lot of people they just don't like it in general. But
Yeah.
two, but
There's a big disdain for it.
Now, yeah, I will say.
Let me
Yeah. Oh my god.
finish. So, two, it was a ass. It was a ass job. It made it look extremely lazy. The dubbings, they didn't have any type of soul or nothing.
Did the dubs? Sorry to cut you off. Did the dubs? You know how you can watch like anything with subtitles on? Did the dubs actually have proper subtitles?
Well, the dubs.
Yeah, dubbing is fine. That's I mean they do. Yeah, the dubbing is either done before, like let's say like something in a foreign language comes out. There's like a team that does the dub.
No, I get
wait,
that,
my
but
bad.
I'm saying,
I thought you meant subtitles. My bad.
yeah,
I thought you meant
I'm
subtitles.
saying,
You talking about dub? Okay.
yeah, I'm saying if the dub, you know how, because Nano's saying the dub was bad, but I'm saying okay, it's bad, but were the subtitles for the dubs bad as well?
No, the
Like,
subtitles are on board.
The subtitles I think were from the actual original like Japanese voice actors.
Oh, so they just translated it to English for the dub.
Yes, and
So
the dubbing.
it was just the dub that was
Trash
off. Subtitles are fine. Like basically, you're wondering if it's like accurately representing what's said. Yes, but the dub of it is what it was bad.
It was trash.
I saw the link, and yeah, it was bad. I mean, then all you still got more to say. You can go before I get my take.
Yeah.
I knew Caleb was going a little crazy.
I did put like 3 videos of like people talking about it. The last video that I put was kind of like a dude kind of just making fun of it because he usually like does like parody videos of him making fun of certain situations. But yeah, Angel, if you could like, I guess go to like the first link, if you scroll up a bit and then like play that, and we could like listen to it.
English AI dubs pulled from Amazon following public outrage.
Not yet. I can't die.
Amazon listed English AI dubs in credits for foreign language works, including anime, Banana Fish, and No Game No Life Zero last week, but now the dubs appear to have been pulled. The credits stated the English AI dubs were part of a beta version. Spanish language AI dubs were also listed as part of the beta version and were included on Vinland Saga and other works. Spanish dubs for the first season of Vinland Saga and Banana Fish that are also listed as being generated by AI are still available on Prime Video as of our making of this video. Clips from the allegedly AI dubs went viral over the holiday weekend, garnering a great deal of backlash on social media.
Don't die on me, Skip.
Can you hear
Don't
that?
leave me, please.
It's unclear whether or not allegedly AI dubs
Nah,
are
it's still,
actually allowed to exist. Social media users have speculated over how and why Amazon has done this, although nothing has been verified as of yet. Amazon has made no official announcements
Yeah, I can hear
about
it.
either launching this beta version or about removing any content. This is a developing story, so don't forget to follow Anime News Network for more.
Y'all really thought Amazon wouldn't listen when we were criticizing the hell out of their AI banana fish stuff, but they literally just removed it from their... I am shocked at how fast we made $1 trillion company full. Those who don't know, a couple of days ago, Amazon released an AI dub of banana fish, which was then met with a shit ton of criticism and backlash online. Now, they quietly removed it from their site. So first of all, thank you, Amazon. This is great news. But by far, the most important thing from this whole thing is realizing how important our voices are. A lot of people were saying there was no way in hell Amazon would ever listen to us, but guess what? It's gone. However, at the time of making this video, there is still a Spanish AI dub of Banana Fish along with Vinland Saga, which hopefully will be pulled as well. Regardless, this is a great step in the right direction. Use your voices, people. If AI has no place in this industry, we have to let them fucking know. Anyways, have a nice day, guys. Love you.
We at Amazon are happy to announce our first ever AI dub of the popular anime Banana Fish. What? An AI dub for an anime? Oh my gosh, this sounds awful. Why did you guys decide to do this? Well, it was more convenient to use AI instead of going through and
Hold on.
casting voice actors. We've saved so much time and money with this dub. Saved money? Amazon is worth $2.5 trillion! Do you know how little anime voice actors charge? They're nowhere near the same level as Hollywood celebrities. You could have easily hired humans to dub this anime and it would have sounded way better. Instead, you released this trash that no one likes. Well, we wanted to replace humans. You could have easily afforded some goated voice actors like Chris Sabat or Alex Lee. No one likes robots voicing human characters in anime. It's just lazy.
Not wrong though. AI fails to capture emotion, so I mean, and you know how anime is. Anime is all about story building and character development. If AI is gonna be emotionless, you're not gonna feel that emotion when it gets dubbed because it's gonna be emotionless.
Yeah. So obviously, at least the way I see it, I think there's multiple problems with this. One, obviously, the work is shit, and it was very lazy, and you could tell Amazon didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. They just thought they could AI some voices, and that shit was gonna be lit. And you can tell by how much backlash they got. Two, like kind of what like the last video said, Amazon, it's not like, and this is one of the things that this is one of the big negatives that AI is gonna be used for. And instead of them getting actual voice actors, they decide to go the AI route.
Well, that's for a reason. We don't have to get into. But first, did you guys just show this guy's opinion or the actual like example of the?
Yeah, we need the example.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Like,
video is.
You want to hear the AI?
Well, I mean, people come here for our opinion, so I don't know about his opinion on it. I think you posted some clips that showed the examples of the bad AI dub. I think we could show that and then talk about it instead of just go off of somebody else's opinion.
Facts, man, facts. Hold on. Let me see.
Because
if I could find some.
You posted it, you posted it in the chat. It's there. I don't know.
No, those are all the videos that I played.
So you posted examples?
I could have swore one of them like showed something where you could like actually hear it.
Yeah, I played all three of them. I was waiting for them to like post something on, but they didn't.
So it's just people talking about it.
Yeah, it's people talking about it.
Yeah, I actually thought one of them had it, but
yeah, one of them had it.
Yeah, because you heard.
I remember it. Yeah.
No, I played all three of them.
People
did I hear it? Yeah, I don't know what I ain't hear like an actual like example.
Let me like.
Unless it was the first one.
It's the. I think it's the first one, maybe.
Following public outrage.
Not yet. I can't die.
Amazon
I
listed.
Oh
got
yeah,
a video.
She
I got
did.
this.
She did. It was like a quick, like 2 second of the anime. Yeah, that shit sounded so bland. It's right here.
English AI dubs pulled from Amazon
All right.
following public outrage.
Not yet. I can't die.
Amazon
So
That part right there, where it says "I can't die." That was the AI dub.
yeah. So okay. Now that can I go in now?
Here
This
they
man
go.
was going, everybody, be careful.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You know,
So
it's going guns blazing
the
right now.
issue isn't AI voice. It's that they're using a bad version of it. We literally use
I would
Suno,
agree
which
too.
is an AI app that literally generates its own voices, and you can feel the heart, soul, emotion with different dialects, different languages, and it doesn't sound dry or generic. So if the issue isn't the use of AI, is
It's the prompt.
not the prompt, is them using a weak version of it, or like using a bad version of AI in order to voice it. Because if they got like a Suno quality level of voice acting for some of these shows, it'd be a different story where people couldn't tell the difference.
I actually disagree, because that's one part. It sounding good and not sounding good, that's one part.
Yes.
But remember, another big side of the backlash is the fact that they're not using actual people. Remember,
Yes.
a big thing a big reason why a lot of people don't like to push AI is because it takes away jobs from actual people. That's one of the biggest things, and I fully support people with that thought process, because I don't want, if you ask me, for now until if you ask me to pick whether I want actual voice actors voicing my characters for the animes I watch versus AI, even if the AI could do a perfect or great job, I'm always gonna pick the people. Like it just like just for like economically, it's more healthier for people to do it than AI.
For the voice actor, not necessarily the studio. And a quick point, before I get into the other point I'm going to make is, I understand, and I agree. I think, it is good that you can get gigs, what I'm saying, you can do a character on this show and you can go to, you have a job, you have, something that you're doing. I do like with that. And the fact that, companies are looking to get rid of those factors and do an AI, I can see the concern. But hear me out on this specific point. What if there's a show or anime that's new and, it's in Japanese, and then you obviously have your English voice actors. What if you want to translate it to Spanish or Portuguese or German? That means you have to hire, voice actors for every single language. Every single studio doesn't have the money in order to translate their show into multiple different languages, or getting, multiple different voice actors for, I need to get it in Afrikaans, or I need to get it in, Mandarin or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people think when they think of anime, they think, okay, it's Japanese, there's Japanese voice actors, there's the English translation, there's the English voice actors. But what if, they're trying to translate it to as many languages as possible? AI could fill that gap to where, let's say it's like maybe a less popular language, like, I don't know, or maybe like what language do they use in the Middle East? Arabic or something like that. If they don't have the funds, or there's not the voice actor that speaks Arabic, they can have maybe AI translate that anime into that language for those people.
So my answer to that would be, I could see your point, but to me, that would have to be a last resort. Because literally, like, one of the biggest things is what we just saw is Amazon, literally one of the biggest companies in the world that got the bread to actually get the voice actors. They decided to use a cheaper method to cover the cost. That's not what we want. Like, it leads a bad precedent because, like, it makes it's kind of like they just want the work easier for like they want the work done without having to pay the money.
See, for a company like Amazon, I understand because they do have the funds or however much money they want to put in. So, you know, if they really need to translate it into different languages, they definitely could hire. But for smaller studios that do anime and stuff, they might not have the budget to hire a bunch of voice actors.
Yeah.
So, but Amazon, I can understand.
But see, now we get in the water gets muddy because we can't just stop big companies from doing it and leaving the little companies to do it. If the little companies do it, the bigger companies are gonna do it as well.
Here, and I'm finally gonna get to my main point. I think the reason they did this is because of Invincible. So one of the biggest criticisms of Invincible, which is an Amazon show, is that they didn't use AI voices, that they hired celebrity voice actors in order to voice, you know, these characters, and they end up paying millions of dollars to these voice actors for them to voice characters. And then, you know, instead of some of that money, you know, you could probably hire a cheaper voice actor that's not a celebrity and they can do the job just as well, and they can get paid handsomely as well, as like millions upon millions of dollars, and to reallocate some of that budget into the animation. Because there are some points where not that the animation is bad, you know, the animation, especially in the most recent season, is really good. But there are moments where, you know, it could be better if they had more funding, but most of the funding is going to these celebrity voice actors. So it's like on one end, you got them paying out millions upon millions of voice actors for their TV shows, and then on the other end, they're testing out AI voices. It kind of seems like maybe they're trying to, you know, because of Invincible, maybe we can save a little bit of money when it comes to our voice acting because we already spend so much on the voice actors.
But see, to me, that's not a good enough reason because they are the ones who go out and look for the voice actors. If they probably could find voice actors who could do a good job, but they are the ones who specifically got the voice actors that they wanted for the job because they knew it was going to be high quality. And guess what? Everybody loves Invincible. The voice acting is top notch. Shit.
Yeah, but it's I will say it's kind of like you don't need every single character, even some side character doesn't need to be a celebrity because some of that, you know, like I said, there were moments where the animation allocated some more resources into it because obviously, you know, we even had a season to where a season they split up a season into two parts. You know, it's like all of your money's going to the voice actors, so that is an issue though.
Listen, that's the business that they cut in with the voice actors.
But yeah, you're saying it's kind of like you're saying they're shooting themselves in the foot. It's like they didn't have to go out and get those voice actors, so it's like they might complain how expensive it is for voice acting, but it's like you didn't have to get a celebrity for this side character that has 5 minutes on the freaking episode. You know, you could have got
exactly.
So
and remember, Caleb, this is Amazon we're talking about. So that money shit is way out the window for these things.
But yeah, right now though, I do, you know, because I think there's some, you know, interesting people who have some unique voices, and I do want them, you know, to get into voice acting because, you know, maybe, okay, I'll put it this way: there is, you know, how my name is T. I don't know if you know that Instagram influence.
Yeah.
I've actually talked to her in low key, and y'all be surprised. I've actually talked to her a little bit, and you know, she has a unique voice, and you know, I've talked to her about maybe her getting into voice acting instead. She's tried, but I know I like the idea of like somebody, you know, who has a unique voice getting to that, and maybe feeling like, oh, I don't have to get into OnlyFans. I have a career in voice acting. You know that. I can, you know.
What? It's the OnlyFans girl you talking about?
She didn't always be that way.
Yeah,
She tried out a lot of things. She, you know, tried on comedy.
That's crazy. You know what? I know who Kayla was talking about. I did not know she went down.
But no, I didn't talk to her through OnlyFans. It was through freaking Instagram. All right.
Kayla's gonna beat the allegation.
So no. I can show you the post. If you like some of my posts, you know, I can show the proof. But yeah. And I mean, there's some unique voices. I mean, there's like Bree Summers, you know, the black and Angelica's friend from Rugrats. What's her friend? Susie. Yeah, Susie, the voice actor for Susie. I love her voice. You know what I'm saying? It would be like I wouldn't like to see like, you know, Cree Summers get replaced by AI because she has such a unique voice. Now, what they might do is like pay her, like, can we use your rights or use your likeness? And then like have Cree Summers come in the studio, say a bunch of lines, and then have an AI trained on that. I mean, if they paid her for it and they wanted to do that, I guess. But like, I would, you know, rather her get her jobs. But like, you know, to be honest, I feel like a lot of the dub in anime already is generic. Like they have, and I think the issue with voice acting. This is why a lot of people like hearing the sub. They don't like a lot of people English dub because it sounds basic, bland, and generic. Because they use the same. No offense, I don't know. They use the same like 5 voice actors. You know what I'm saying? And then if you hear the same voices, and you don't get the same emotion that you do in Japanese. So it's like it's not like the English. It's not like there are some good ones. It's not like all of the English voice actors are doing a good job anyway. Like that shit generic as hell. Like I mean, I'm gonna keep it a butt. I mean, like it's like the same 5 white voice actors in a lot of these anime shows, bro. I'm just gonna be 100%.
So
He's not lying. I agree because hold on, Nano. Let me just say this real quick. He's not lying. I do agree because how many times I hear All Might, the same voice actor that does All Might, in like 5 different animes. I'm like, bro, you can't give this man a break. You Pedro Pascal, you got to be in everything.
Y'all can't even switch up the voice with the same voice.
I hear Midoriya in another 5 animes. I'm like, oh, ain't no way. I'm already tired of this fool crying in one anime. I got to hear him talking in another anime, and I'm hearing him speak, and I'm like, I know you're Midoriya, so I can't feel for your character because I don't like you. And
y'all don't like your voice.
It comes to the point where, you know, Caleb was right. There's like 5 to 10 people who are rotated onto different projects. But in Japan, there's like a multitude of voice actors. You watch a different anime and it's a whole complete cast of different people. Every different anime for the most part. And it's like, that's how I prefer watching it because at least I get a different voice to a different character. You know, I'm not hating on the English dubs because there's some dubs that do a great job. Like, but there's too far and few in between that do a good job. Like the ones I can think of off the top of my head, Solo Leveling, Naruto. I think Bleach had a good dub. I didn't watch One Piece enough to know, so I can't say. But there's only a few of them out there that have good dubs. Hell, even Kingdom, they don't even have English dub no more. And I don't blame them because the English dub that they had wasn't that good. So it's always hit or miss with the English dubs. But Japanese, nope. The sub's always hitting.
It is. I mean, I'm not a dub lover myself. I prefer, ever since, I think probably like my 3rd or 4th anime I ever watched, swapped to sub because it just sounds more genuine. It sounds way better, and I will always prefer to watch that. but there's still a lot of stuff that does have like really good dub. Not too long ago, my brother, my brother, and I think one of his friends, or maybe it was just me and my brother, we went to go watch the Chainsaw Man movie, and my brother made a mistake and got us the dub tickets. Now, obviously, we was blown, but it was still pretty good. Like, they did a good job. So, you know, there's still things out there that has like really good dubbing, but I still prefer my stuff in sub if I could help it. But I guess the main thing with this topic, at least for me, is I am not somebody who is fully against AI. I've seen a lot of cool and funny things that AI has done, and literally every day I see a video from somebody that made something like AI that's very comedic, and I like it or I laugh at it. I think so. A good example of AI for me. So I'm 50-50 with AI. So a good example of, I think, AI being good is like, let's say, like when you guys make the music and stuff, right? And like, let's say like the intro to the podcast, there was no way we were ever like gonna buy or pay somebody to sing our intro. So we just
We ain't paying Breezy.
Y'all use y'all AI tools, and we got, it was like a bonus, right? Now, I think that's fine. I think that's like cool. But let's say instances where AI could get kind of murky is bigger companies, trading off people for AI. People that they would have paid that could get the job done. They just scrap the smaller guys and just replace them with AI. That could be very dangerous for our future, depending on your perspective. So I do think AI could be good, but it has to be managed properly and not abused.
I feel that. I think the reason they scrapped it on the show is like, it's easy to scrap it when it's bad, but eventually it's going to get good. That's the thing. Because, I mean, they already... Because I was actually looking at a video today. They have an algorithm on TikTok. They talk about people secretly recording you. They secretly record your facial expressions, and it can pick up on micro movements or micro expressions to see what type of videos you react to more, and which ones which ones are garnering a certain reactions within your facial expressions. There's already algorithms for that. So the fact that if they could train AI around the micro movements of facial expressions, or like the different dictions of like speech and stuff, eventually it's going to get to a point to where it's going to be good. So right now it's easy to be like, it sounds terrible, but once it gets good, then we'll start to get into the dilemma of, should we reserve these spots for human voice actors so they can get paid, or should we use the AI?
That's true, but shit, like, to me that's scary, because if they doing that shit now and the AI is trash, it's gonna be way worse if the shit gets super fire. Like at like we as people, we at some point we have to put a lid on it and contain the AI. We can't let it run rampant. It's kind of like, y'all ever heard of like a saying of like getting power is good, but if you abuse it, it can like turn very bad. That's kind of how I look at AI.
Well, you have a radio, so it's like, what if, you wanted to be a voice actor and like, let's say you went to a studio and somebody's like, yo, I like, sounds good. We want to pay you some money to where we can use your voice and we will pay you royalties for whatever project we use your voice in. Down with that.
And I would say I would propose the idea of me being a continuous voice actor. I would prefer that.
Which that's fair, preferring that. But I will say, if a company were to pay somebody out front and give them royalties whenever they use their voice, I think that's a good middle, like, compensation in a way, or like you know what I'm saying?
It depends on how much they would be paying me, because like ideally, I wouldn't want them to just have the rights to my voice.
Yeah, because then they could just do whatever for a different project without you knowing.
Yeah.
Have you seen some hateful ass in a nano undertone?
Nano become a villain type shit, man.
Yeah, and it's gonna look crazy because I signed it, so like,
it's like, hey, you signed the contract.
they own Nano at that point.
Your family members thinking, Nano,
so
I didn't raise you this way, Nano.
Like it sounds good, but you kind of got to look at all sides and all possibilities. That's why you got to be careful with that stuff, because it's I'm pretty sure it's easier for them to just pay people to use the rights to their voice so they could alter and use them however which way they want. But if you actually have to keep paying the voice actors to come and do a job, then you kind of gotta do what the voice actors are willing to do.
Yeah, I think that is some Hollywood stuff where they try to get you to do certain things you would normally do. Like, I think, like, I don't know, I'll just use an example, like Bernie Mac, per se, when he was running his show, some of the directors, have a George, we're gonna do a picture, have him sit on your lap, and then Bernie Mac's like, nah, we ain't doing that. Same with like, when you're actually in studio, sometimes there are actors or that there are some things they will do and some things they won't do. Like, maybe, not to get too political, but, the whole black actor wearing a dress, like, there are some, male black actors that refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? But let's say you sell off the rights to your likeness, they could put you in a dress. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to do it. For us to use your likeness in AI, so we're going to put your ass in a dress now. So
thank you for signing yourself away.
Or like, we know you are pro this or pro that, but we're going to use your voice and have you being the opposite. So I get that. It's like, if you're in the studio, the actor who's actually doing it can, determine whether or not they want to engage in that. So I get it.
Yeah, facts, man. Yo, like, Caleb, what if one day you go to your job and then you find out they like, man, I know y'all the media people, but we got some bots that do everything y'all do, man. So, this gonna be y'all last day. That's it, man. You gonna be like, oh, what?
Gonna be fighting some people, man.
What do you mean? I don't get a pass to the field no more. What you mean? Y'all got robots in the locker room?
I'm best friends with Mahomes. Stop this.
Yeah.
If you don't see me, we gonna lose.
Can't see Kelsey no more, man.
Oh my god! I think I see a little bit too much of him. But nah, it's
No more Taylor Swift.
damn. Here's the thing. It's yes, but I will say I'm on the Andrew Yang wave. I voted for him in the Democratic process. You know, he didn't win, but he's been somebody who's kind of been talking about the coming of AI and that eventually it's going to take so many jobs, redefine, our human purpose and give us universal basic income. I think it's getting to that point to where, hey, we might just have to.
You heard that, Sammy? It's good.
He was already ahead of the curve, but now catching up, and they're seeing, okay, the AI is kind of here, and it's not going anywhere. So,
Hey man, as long as people could keep it in check, I don't mind it. It just depends on how it's used, man. We gotta manage it, man.
I think where I stand, my baseline beliefs, because I know people who pro anti. My basic beliefs is I feel like we can work in tandem. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
I agree.
you can have humans working with AI and then use the AI, but also compensate the human as well. That's why I asked about getting paid and then getting royalty, because I feel like that's the best of both worlds in a sense. Because the AI can't just create things off of nothing; it has to create things based off of something that pre-existed the AI. And so therefore, if you are the thing that pre-existed it and it's going off of your likeness, maybe you could get paid off of your likeness. Same with like Grand Theft Auto. I think who was it that tried to sue Grand Theft Auto? But they're like, well, they use my likeness on, so I'm suing them.
The guy from Miami, the Joker dude.
Yeah, he did, and I think some lady also.
It was like an actress, Lindsay Lohan or something like that. Like getting paid, for your likeness is a thing. Getting paid, thing. So I think, they can find ways, to where they can still pay humans, and use AI if they want to go that route. Not saying that's the route you need to go to, but I'm just saying there's ways. To where people can still have a job, but it would just be more so like a contract, I guess, versus coming in every day. But
I feel that,
overall, but yeah.
But hey, man,
like I said, I do think humans should get paid, but yeah, like I said, they should get royalties, kind of like Fortnite, right? Fortnite uses a lot of people's likeness. They're not using AI, but they are using people's mannerisms, right? They're literally, somebody makes a viral video, they'll take their dance that they did, or and they'll make an emo out of it. Is that not a thing?
Damn, they're turning people into emos?
Fortnite, do they? Yeah, exactly. In Fortnite, yes, you could just do a random music video. You do your own unique dance. And then it goes viral, and now Fortnite has it in the emote, and they're making money off of your motion. So I think one of the things they did to compensate those people who are the originators of the dance is that they gave them a royalty.
Yep.
So
that
is a modern day solution, and where Fortnite's like, okay, yes, we're kind of taking your likeness, and we're making it an emote, we're making money. How about for the game? I think that's good. In the same way AI is kind of taking people's likeness, the same way Fortnite takes people's likeness, as long as you are paying the people that you're taking their likeness from, then I feel like it's fair.
I can see why you'd say that. I could see AI and people working in common ground as long as it gets managed. That's I'm fine with that. But I guess I know we could move on to the next topic. I know, Sammy, you wanted to talk about some Diddy stuff, right?
Oh Lord.
Speaking about controversy and not being able to work in tandem, Diddy out here going through some things with 50 Cent.
Oh, I saw a clip. I saw something to where like a fan came up and it was you Puffy, you know, hey, gave him a handshake, and then Diddy got right into the car. God, like, bad shower, ugh, and like, you know, he's like acting like he's so clean. Everybody's so dirty. He's like, oh my God, 15 people. I feel disgusting. So yeah, it kind of shows like some of the, you know, the side of Diddy that he tries to.
So
I did
for
see
those of
that.
y'all who don't know, Netflix and 50 Cent came out with a Diddy documentary series. It's 4 parts. It actually came out yesterday. So if you want to check it out, you can. It's on Netflix. And honestly, the biggest thing or the biggest takeaway from all this is really, you know, obviously if you've been living under a rock, you know, but Diddy's in jail right now, and
5 years
for
4 years,
pretty much 4 years, couple months, and pretty much, you know, all the allegations that he was facing, you know, they're true. All these things that people have been knowing about Diddy for years, they're true, and he's gonna face some time for it. A lot of people are hoping that he'd face a lot more, maybe be behind bars for life. I don't know how they accomplished that, but
I believe what he actually got booked on was prostitution versus some of the like sex trafficking. Yes, because because some of the people who were a part of the trial
was also racketeering and all that stuff too.
Yeah, he was found not guilty on racketeering, but he was found guilty for prostitution because he was buying prostitution and whatever else.
Yep.
I think the reason why he didn't get as much time when it comes to Cassie, at least, is because she was involved with some of the stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious to see this documentary, man. It's definitely going to shed some more light because that Puffy definitely has a bad rep for a reason.
Well, I mean, the funniest thing is that 50 produces of all people, and for those of you
50 is petty.
Know, is like back in the day, you know, they had some kind of little beef, and 50 didn't really like Puffy because ever since Puffy first met him, one of the first things he asked 50 was like, "Oh, let me take you shopping. Let me take you shopping. Let me buy you this. Let me buy you that." And it's like, I don't know about y'all, bro, but if a man came up to me and told me he's gonna tell me
it's grooming, grooming you like you is a bitch or something.
Like what?
Yeah, let me get.
I don't know about all that.
And then you start, if you broke, you might be thinking, "Dang, I kind of like this treatment. I like more." But
yeah, then what else you gonna do for some money?
Yeah,
what else you gonna do for
then he's like, "All right,
what?"
And then next you know, like, what you mean you ain't gonna do this? I bought you. I took you shopping, right?
Right. I put you in that Louis V.
Yep. And nothing comes free. You're gonna have to pay in some way. You have to pay in. You might have to pay in a way you're not expecting. But I will say, I will take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. And because 50, the reason he's so invested in this is because his baby mother, the mother of the child, because 50 Cent has, I think he has 2 kids at least, or maybe 3. So he has a son that he kind of hates him. And his son, that's his black son that he had with a black woman. But then he has another son that he had with an Asian woman. And that baby mama was found at Diddy's, one of Diddy's parties.
Yeah.
So basically his baby mother, at the Diddy parties was
freaking off.
You know, I think maybe his girlfriend for a little bit. Yeah, so 50 Cent definitely feels some type of way that the mother of his child is one of Diddy's freak off partners. So I think that's why 50 is kind of like doing this documentary. So
I said Angel.
A little biased.
There's a little
when does this documentary come out?
It already came out yesterday.
And it's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, yep.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it yet, but I'm going to.
It's when you get into like these, like I know the 50 and Ja Rule, you know, it's kind of like 50 is kind of like destroying Ja Rule, but when it comes to 250, you're like your baby mother, like the black woman. I'm getting into some I don't know, some talk, but you know, your black baby mom wasn't. If you got this, you know, exotic looking, you know, woman that you wanted to have kids with, and you value those children, but then the woman that you had kids with, is just one of Diddy's, workers, bro. Like, that's gotta feel some type of way, to be honest.
Wouldn't be me.
50's kind of down on that, to be honest. But Diddy's kind of up. So I get why the documentary's out here.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know if that's something that I will watch because I'm not following the Diddy stuff too heavily, but I do think it is interesting that 50 decided to do that. I know 50 kind of be on bullshit a lot.
Yeah, he does. I think it's a little saltiness, to be honest. But hey,
Could be, man. Could be. I mean, shit, you might be the same way too if you was in his shoes, Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, if you the woman you chose to bury your children and you in a relationship with, and then next thing you know, she said, "I'd rather be at Diddy's freak offs." That's definitely got to change.
You gonna tell me that?
You gonna? So yeah, coming out with a documentary to bare minimum, I guess.
I'd rather be at Diddy's. Like what?
Up to his arrest in New York
Ain't no way.
last September.
You ain't telling me that.
I mean, you say that nowadays, people gonna look at you crazy, but I know people were saying Diddy had the best parties back then, man.
And I am going to let you professionals
Crazy.
look at the situation.
Bro, not only she wasn't just, it says 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend, mother of his son, Sire, Daphne Joy. She was in a relationship with Sean Diddy Combs from 2021 until 2024. So dang, Diddy was in them guts for 3 years, bro. Oh my gosh, your baby mama's guts. She was in them guts for 3 years. Now 50 Cent coming out with a documentary.
When you were watching?
I think it was surprising that
Yeah, it couldn't be me, man. That's all I'm saying.
To watch
You hear how he's talking to his lawyers? We losing right now. We losing.
He has a really amazing knack for marketing.
We gotta
and all
do
of that, and
something.
how he was sort of taking that into account. And
That's how you know this man wasn't taking this shit serious.
Public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
When you got money, man, you be taking things like it's a game.
Somebody probably like, how do we get from Sonic Crossroads to Diddy?
I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people.
We cover everything, baby.
Like the amount of people that's
They want to know.
actually I'm coming in contact with, that's the.
I mean, I can keep it game, but like, if we gonna think about some real stuff, I'm gonna add some detail to give context.
You're a public person.
Just gonna keep it a buck.
There was one instance in Harlem.
I
and his
actually,
reaction when those people.
I see that you actually also got some
I feel like I need to wash. Like I'm dirty.
Netflix stuff here. Wait, is this like the Diddy thing too?
Is that
So this
reason for including it?
the other video, since we're talking about Diddy, I just had
The odds that you would do that.
because there was Drewski was mentioned in the Diddy file, basically, like when they were in court. I mean, there were some allegations, not in court, but there were some allegations that Drewski was at the Diddy parties and stuff. So I thought it was kind of crazy that YouTube recommended me a video where he did a skit at Diddy's house. And it's like a tour of his house. I was like, yo, this is insane. Like, I don't think Drewski knew at the time that this was gonna.
I knew I was
I don't know the optics.
I always knew.
Optics are crazy.
Mr. Drewski Combs.
Even in the video, Diddy was portraying himself like as like a scary villain. I'm just
Never
like,
been to nobody's house
man, this
with
is
a
a
bullet.
in character for him.
Yep.
On Halloween, he dressed up as the Joker, and he was that role.
And one of them is like, they put out a cease and desist. Stop dressing up as Joker. It was not. He was dressing up as Batman.
Did it? No, it was Joker.
No, it was Batman.
Joker.
It was just.
Oh, so he did Joker instead
and everything. I guess so. It was like, nope, you cannot be the Batman. Stop dressing up as Batman.
I got some nice shit in here, man.
Got a Batmobile, everything, and Warner Brothers is like, fuck all that. No, you
They
not.
said we don't want our prime and joy hero, Batman,
with you.
which is crazy that as much as people love Super Batman is literally DC's freaking Mario. If Mario to Nintendo's what Batman in DC. Oh my gosh, they are obsessed with Batman. I'm tired of Batman.
Wait 1 second real quick, bro.
All right. I'm about to go upstairs. is stupid. Smell like puffin here. What y'all want to do? Which one I want to wear today?
Yeah, so I think the next topic that we could easily segue into, I like how there's so many people for Diddy talk. It's crazy. But the next topic that we can segue into that's on topic with Netflix is the fact that Netflix has officially bidded for Warner Brothers Discovery. So they threw their hat into the fire and they bid almost 100% cash.
Hold on. Is it Warner Brothers Discovery or Paramount Discovery?
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Wasn't Paramount Discovery?
No,
they're trying to buy somebody.
Yeah, Paramount's also trying to buy DC with Warner Brothers. They're trying to buy Warner Brothers Discovery for DC, and then Universal, Comcast is trying to buy Warner Brothers Discovery for DC as well. And now recently, Netflix just said, "Yo, we in this now too." So all three of them are trying to go after DC. Or
here come Diddy.
For DC.
This man is in Diddy's bathroom, bro. Drewski, come on, man. The wild.
Owned by a black man. Owned by a black man.
Diddy's like, you gonna have to pay for that shit.
What y'all wanna do?
And that night, Drewski wasn't made. I mean, why would I say that?
Yeah, bro.
So that's
He's like, you coming to the party tonight, right? You're gonna have to pay for that shot.
Yeah, you gonna have to pay in some kind of way.
The first one wasn't free.
Practice your middle screen. They all said that. What?
That's what's like at Diddy's house, y'all.
I wanna go.
He's like, wanna go? Hey, house, you know.
So I got the article for you there, Angel. But this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. You know, with all things Hollywood, they're always getting the scoop. But it's not just them that got the scoop on this. It's literally everyone. Fortune got this. Everyone was reporting this. So this is legit. But there's been a lot of like rhetoric and talk of people saying, well, if Netflix buys them, it's not going to be good for Hollywood or movies because are they going to release the DC franchises or the Warner Brother franchises onto the big screen? Like, is Netflix going to commit to that long term? Like, who's to say they buy them and like the first 3 years they're like, yeah, we'll put the movies in the theater, and they do that, and then let's say year 4 comes around and they're like, nah, fuck that. We did it for a couple of years just to save face, and now we doing our own thing. We trying to have everybody subscribe to Netflix.
Yeah, I don't. Even though I have Netflix, DC, despite their movie history, DC as a brand still deserves to come out to the masses.
Yeah, not just the streaming service, basically.
But it's not just DC. You got to think about it, guys. This is Warner Brothers in total. Like, if I got to look up the IP that Warner Brothers got, they got Harry Potter. They got DC, of course. They have Mortal Kombat. Like, they got Looney Tunes, like Bugs Bunny and them. Like, I got to see the entirety of their IP or their franchises because it's a lot.
Basically, Netflix trying to cash out.
Monsterverse. I don't know what the Monsterverse is, but they got Tom and Jerry.
That's King Kong Godzilla. W Monsterverse.
But isn't that Universal though? Universal's the ones making those movies.
I'm
a look.
Universal? No. Warner Brothers, bro. Like, have you seen all the Godzilla King Kong stuff that's been in?
Yeah, Godzilla King Kong. But hold on, I swear Universal was the one making those movies.
Nah.
Well, yeah, it's right.
Yeah, it's Godzilla, King Kong, in the Monsterverse. There's Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Willy Wonka, Lego, Harry Potter. I didn't even know they own Barbershop. You know what, the Ice Cube? That's kind of crazy.
I don't know if y'all seen the World of Worlds. I don't think Ice Cube is, super expensive now.
Apparently, they own Middle Earth. I'm not sure if they. This is kind of.
Yes, Warner Brother does own Middle
But
Earth.
Amazon is doing Lord of the Rings though, so don't they own? That's weird. I don't know how to explain that one. Maybe they own part ownership, like part of the license.
Wait, didn't something happen with Warner Brothers and Middle Earth?
I'm not sure, but they also own Police Academy, the Flintstones, Tarzan. Hold on, Tarzan. Disney don't own Tarzan?
Nah, bro. Remember that dilemma with Tarzan? And that's why people said it probably wouldn't have gone into Speedstorm.
I honestly don't. But yeah, Tarzan, Johnny Quest. They got a lot of The Matrix. I forgot about that. Holy shit. They got a lot of franchises here.
So
the
Netflix
Conjuring series, Hobbit.
So they're trying to buy Netflix, or Netflix is trying to buy them?
No, Netflix is trying to buy Warner Brothers. They put up money for Warner Brothers. Money.
Well, on one end, it could make for maybe a good budget and for the shows, but the issue with Netflix, they cancel a lot of their shows. So imagine getting invested in they're doing Vixen, and she has her own fucking and then they just cancel it after a season.
And they usually cancel that after 1 season or 3 seasons. So imagine, it's not bad if it gets canceled after 1 season, but imagine getting invested into 3 seasons of a show, and then you're waiting to hear news of season 4 is coming out on Netflix. Like, oh, we canceled it. They also own Mad Max. Magic Mike.
So you telling me? So this whole Warner Brothers is trying to get sold. So what's going on?
They're trying to get
they're failing. Yeah. They failing in the gaming aspect. Apparently, you know what I'm saying?
So many times. So
you telling me a company is bidding to be able to redo Game of Thrones? Because doesn't HBO Max fall under the same Warner Brothers?
Yep. Can you imagine Netflix got that shit?
Netflix would redo fucking Game of Thrones, bro.
Netflix would ruin it though. Let's be real.
I mean, who else would do a better shot? I mean, what, Paramount? Paramount. I don't think Paramount. I don't think.
I mean, Netflix would do better. Netflix, if they when they want to go in, they can.
Right, because Wednesday is really good.
When they want to. When they want to. That's the issue, though. When they want to.
Would they even need to touch that, to redo that?
I mean,
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they would redo it, but I think they probably redo season 7 and 8, maybe, or I don't know.
Season 8 is what they need to
do that. They
honestly
do that, but
I honestly think I don't think they would do that. But I think if Netflix had Game of Thrones, they would freaking ruin it somehow.
Oh, they'll milk the fuck out of Game of Thrones. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
They would milk it, but they'd also ruin the franchise.
And also, that means Netflix will also get the rights.
Look what they did to the Witcher.
Harry Potter TV series is coming out on HBO Max next year.
They would.
A lot of shows and value, definitely. You'll definitely be getting.
And they will also own AEW, because AEW also is broadcasted in TNT/HBO Max.
Damn. So they're gonna compete with WWE, even though they already got a contract with WWE.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have WWE and AEW under one umbrella. That's crazy.
See, that I don't know, because I feel like if they did do this, they're gonna increase the price of Netflix again.
I mean, it's already man.
Yes, they will.
Maybe if they added all of that, yeah, it'll justify the price. But nah, if they went up even more, bro, nah.
Netflix gonna be like cable TV at some point. You gonna be paying $100.
Paying $15-$20, ain't it?
Yeah, hell yeah! All the streaming sites combined together.
At some point, Netflix is gonna start picking off the smaller ones one by one and adding them into their subscription.
Nah, the smaller ones, as stay cheap, stay under $10, bro. They'll be all right. The moment the smaller, like the Hulus or the whatever, the Paramounts, once they start charging, or Disney, the moment you start going people, the reason people chose you is not gonna be there anymore. Let's be honest. When it comes to Hulu, why do people get Hulu for the exclusive? No. They do it because it's like it has some of the shows Netflix has, but it's cheaper. I mean, that's the Hulu was what was it? It used to be like $5-6 when Netflix was $9. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I mean, if they go up in price, bro, they done. So
I don't know if they're gonna be done. Think about it. At that point, I can see Netflix. Hear me out. I could see Netflix going the cable route. You know how cable TV used to cost like $50 to $100 a
nah,
month.
bro.
Think about it. Think about it. Hear me out.
Hear
me out. Hear me out. I don't
ain't
think
hearing
so.
nothing.
You know
I'll hear
why?
you out, but I ain't.
You know why? Because if they decide, yo, we're not putting movies in the theater no more, it's gonna justify the cost of the movies being on the service, and they can charge whatever because they know.
If you charge, if they start charging $50 for if they start charging $50 like cable prices for Netflix, everybody's going back to the movie theater. All right, you're gonna help the movie business.
I don't know. Just you know why? Because at that point, it's gonna have all the content.
Fast as hell, bro.
You might, but you got to realize Netflix is gonna have all the content.
So I'll just become a pirater, bro.
Exactly. I'm already a straw hat. What do you mean?
Hold on. Yeah. In the One Piece universe.
Nah, I'm not I'm a black.
We don't pirate. We don't do that. We don't do that.
I'm all
don't
pirating.
Don't take nothing the wrong way.
I don't know, man. That Netflix, they better chill, man. And honestly,
truthfully, I don't think that Netflix would get it. I don't think Netflix would get it because I think they would not be allowed to because I think they will have like a monopoly, and I don't think that's.
Well, it wouldn't be a monopoly because Disney did buy Fox. But one thing that was mentioned is that the Trump administration and Trump said himself that if Netflix went out and we're trying to buy them actively, well, not just Netflix, but anyone but Paramount trying to buy them would have a lot of scrutiny on them, and it would be a harder job in terms of proving to the regulators that it's justifiable for a purchase. So you know how Microsoft had to deal with Sony in court with the Activision Blizzard case? Mm-hmm. Essentially what Trump and them are saying is like, if you try to buy them, you're gonna have to go through the same thing. So they might be able to buy them, but it might take 3-5 years to get it done.
Yeah, that'll be
as opposed to Paramount going in there and it's getting done in like a month or less.
I think maybe Paramount or Comcast would be a better option though.
Which is crazy. But the thing about Paramount buying them is, Trump is buddies with one of the guys that's heading Paramount, and Paramount is backed by the Saudis.
That's Saudi money.
Yeah, but Paramount.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Go ahead, Nano. I remember.
Paramount releases their stuff in theaters as well, so
yeah, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Okay,
yeah, so
thank you.
So much
go ahead.
Thank you for bringing up the Saudis and all of them because when it comes in Paramount, because when it comes to UFC actually got bought out by Paramount, so they used to be ESPN, but now they're Paramount, and so that's why there won't be any UFC events for like the next month. This is the biggest gap in UFC events since COVID. It's because they're switching companies. So Paramount definitely is buying up some stuff.
Yeah, and on top of that,
Paramount bought UFC?
Yep.
I thought, but TKO owns UFC
anymore. You gotta watch them through Paramount now. If you want to watch the fights,
do you mean they just own the rights to broadcast UFC?
I'm not too sure how that one works, but I just know that if you cannot watch pay-per-view for UFC fights no more. You gotta subscribe to Paramount.
Yep. And it's not gonna be on that ESPN Plus stuff either. So now it's just gonna be you get a Paramount. I actually like that because I got Paramount for Halo when I was watching the Halo series. I think it's dope. Obviously Halo got canceled, but imagine I have Paramount cable. Oh look, the UFC events tonight. I can watch that too.
That shit got canceled and went to Netflix.
Oh, yeah. So Paramount doesn't own UFC. It's just that they now have a new partnership, new deal to where now UFC shows are going to be on Paramount.
Hopefully that means that UFC fighters are going to get paid more money too.
UFC shows or events?
Like events.
Or both?
Events.
Probably both.
Probably Ultimate Fighter as well.
I mean, that's good. That means
That's
instead of
sensible.
paying pay-per-view prices, you just buy Paramount Plus, and boom, you can watch the event.
Yeah, that's super good. That's
But
the
then
W, honestly.
another big thing that was talked about was the fact that the Saudis actually want the Snyderverse too. So one of the big things for Paramount trying to pursue this is because they actually want to buy Warner Brothers to get the DC IP so that they can bring back Zack Snyder to do the Snyder.
Here's the thing: we gotta quit getting scared of the Saudi. What do they call it? They scared of the Muslim or whatever.
Blood money, bro. It's blood money.
They have made a lot of things better with their money. Like the boxing industry, right? What they call him, His Excellency. He's actually brought a spark back into boxing. The reason Terrence Crawford and Canelo fought was because of Assad. They're making a lot of and stuff. So I think like them using their money in order to make entertainment better, I think is good. I have no issue with the Saudis buying up the stuff if they're going to improve it. They've already improved boxing.
They're buying
EA. They bought EA. Hopefully that makes EA good again, and maybe
they
Anthem 2.0.
I think they got so much money that they can just focus on. They can focus on being quality instead of just kind of What do you think of why?
Like, how much, like, do you guys realize how much money these guys have paid out for American products? Like, I'm talking about
money, man.
Boxing, obviously. Fucking, they bought out for the next, I think, couple years to host WrestleMania at Saudi Arabia.
They got the money, man.
The fucking, they bought EA. Like they got their hand in multiple cookie jars.
The royal family got like trillions of dollars, man.
Bro, that's a lot of money to just buy shit.
They're trying to build up their country and economy and tourism and make it to where like you don't just have to go to Vegas in order to have a big event. That you can go to Saudi Arabia. You can have. That's all they're doing. It's not.
One of the big things that they also said that why they want to buy Warner Brothers is because they want to have a big theme park and put all the Warner Brother IP in it.
There's money to be made in entertainment. It's not.
I mean,
they're looking at other.
Caleb, you going to Saudi Arabia, bro?
Right.
You going there?
Are you going?
You going?
I'd be down to go. You have to.
Going.
Listen,
I'm gonna say.
Hey, girls, they get peed on, dookied on. I'm not getting dookied on.
What?
Yes, bro. Sammy knows, bro. They green. Some of these Instagram models be going to the Dubai and stuff. We know. But
all I will say is if a girl's ever been to Dubai and you like her, stay away from her.
Bro, yeah.
You can pass upon that.
But
I'm scared.
It's I would go. You just have to know the law when you're in a certain Muslim country. That's all. Like public displays of affection sometimes aren't.
Yeah,
the move and stuff. You just have to know where you at. Every country, but I wouldn't mind going there.
Say they're very respectful, like in terms of like if you're not from the religion or the background or the ilk, like you see with Ronaldo going out there, they're like, we know you're not married to your fiance, but if you want, you can live with her. Our customs, we don't allow that. You got to be married first, but we want you out here, so we're gonna make it where you can come out here and live as you were living in Europe. You don't gotta.
So basically, class. If you're rich enough, they would bend the rules if you're rich enough. Essentially.
I mean, but they was paying for him. They wanted him out there, so they're gonna
right.
They're gonna find a way to get him out there. Yeah, exactly.
And obviously, some Muslim countries are different. Like Saudi Arabia might be different from Pakistan or Iraq or something like that. Because I think Saudi Arabia is a little bit more wealthy and they're not in a war-torn country. But yeah,
the UAE, man.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I mean,
I think the last topic we got is the FIFA 2K.
Bye.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I don't know what's up.
So essentially, I think it was what in 2023 or 2024. Which year was it? I think it was 2023 or 2024. EA had lost the license, or their deal had finished with FIFA, and apparently FIFA was like, "We're not gonna re-up with you guys. Like, you're done." So that's why EA had to change the name to FIFA, from FIFA to EA FC, which is EA Football Club. And technically, EA found a loophole where they could still have the likeness of the players that were in the FIFA licensing deal, because they did deals, or over the years they established deals with all the other the leagues. So like the La Liga, what do you call it? The EPL, the English Premier League. They did deals with them over the years to be able to have contracts where anybody that plays in these leagues, they can use their likeness, they can use the stadiums, whatever the case is. So they were able to bypass the FIFA licensing, because essentially when you buy the FIFA license, it gives you the licensing to all the players that play in all the FIFA leagues, which is EPL, La Liga, or even the World Cup. And it gives you the access to the stadiums that are used as well. So because EA was so big in football with their FIFA games, they were able to make these side deals with all these leagues, and were able to keep the game as it is and not have generic players. Because you know how some of these sports games are trying to compete with Madden, they got to come up with generic football players because they don't have no license. That wasn't EA. EA already had a backup plan. But now that they don't have the FIFA license, they can no longer use FIFA in the game. They can no longer have FIFA World Cup in their game. And because of all this, 2K came out and said, hey, we'll make a football game. And they've been working hand in hand with FIFA to try and push for a football game to come out, a soccer game to come out before the World Cup, or around the World Cup. And that's supposed to build up, hype for the game, and also drive people to come to play the game or buy the game. Yeah, go ahead.
For NBA 2K Soccer Edition. So they gonna farm you soccer FIFA players like they farming the basketball.
Well, we don't know, because there's many teams at 2K, right? Take Two. So we don't know if it's going to be the same NBA 2K team, because if it is, the same shit you got to experience with 2K, you're going to experience with the FIFA 2K. So hopefully it's a different team that is looking to, well, obviously when you're going to come out and you want to compete with EA FC, you're not going to do all that bull crap in the game early on. You're probably going to wait till like the 5th or 6th soccer game to do that. So I think they're probably going to start off the right way to build to build good word of mouth, so people come and play their game, and by like the 6th game, maybe even earlier than that, the 3rd game, they start doing all that crap like EA does with their soccer game, or they do with their basketball game being 2K. But essentially right now, like, there's a guy with a video out and he got the leaks on all of this stuff right now, because apparently the VP of marketing at 2K Sports is moving on to build up the I guess the studio that's going to be developing this soccer game. So I'll send that to Angel. It's actually a good thing, even though people are gonna think about the negative, like what's the worst that could happen from them getting a soccer game now because of how they do it with their basketball game. The positive is they're gonna make EA make a more competent football game, and both of them have to compete with each other now. The reason why both of their franchises in terms of basketball or football or soccer suck is because there's no one else in the market competing with them, really. There's no competition. And if you have no competition, what are you going to do? You're going to settle. Oh, we don't have to do much but make a roster update every year because you don't have another game to buy.
Well, they like to do this. The 2K series is terrible. They like to do this practice where every single year they come out with a new version of the game. It's basically the same game with like minor. The idea that they only come out with one game updates sounds smart, but knowing 2K and their business practices, it's going to be 2K 2027, 2K 2028. 2K FIFA 2029, 2K FIFA 2030. So, but you know the FIFA players, they love it, so they'll buy every single edition. That's $70, $80. So like I'm just saying, man. That's what they do. Well, I'm sure the game will be fire, but you will be paying for a new edition every year.
I think the biggest takeaway from this is like the hype. There's so much hype about this because everyone that plays FIFA, including myself, have been saying for years that the last good FIFA was FIFA 17. Like we're on EA FC 26 right now. So essentially, it's almost been a decade since we had a good soccer game, and everyone's just waiting for competition to come out the woodwork so we can get a competent football game against a soccer game. And regardless of who it is, if they have the FIFA license, that means your game is already going to compete in terms of lightness. You'll have the teams, you'll have the stadiums. You don't have to worry about, we're using generic players or generic stadiums. So how are we going to compete now at this point? Because no one wants to play as Tommy 84. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to play as Ronaldo. I'm trying to play as Messi. I don't care for these randoms. I can make a random if that was the case. So if you're already starting off on equal footing with what's already out there in the market, and all you have to do is make a more competent soccer game, I think 2K could do that. Because look what happened when, EA had their basketball game. At some point, 2K beat them out, and now EA does not have a basketball game.
Damn. NBA Live.
Yep. RIP NBA Live.
I will say though, if they add the features that are in other 2K games, other sports, like the face recognition feature, or like they have like the basketball FIFA edition, I think that'd be dope. Honestly, it could be a good thing because I think 2K, they do have a lot of features. If they can add those features to FIFA, I think definitely the soccer community will appreciate that.
I know one thing that'll be good is the fact that the stats, they have stats in their rosters. So like you can look back to the start of someone's career and see their stats. I know in EA games, you can't do that. You can only do that for that singular year. Like if you're trying to do like career mode as like a general manager that's running the team, like you can't look at player stats from like 10 years ago. But with this game, you'll be able to do that.
Because the stats will be updated.
Exactly. So I don't know what EA is gonna do at this point with their sports franchises, but they're gonna have to step it up because it don't look good for them. If they lose another license, because remember, they were about to lose an NFL license, and 2K was getting interested in making a football game. And I don't remember what happened, but they backed out since then. So if EA loses the NFL license, it might be up for them.
Well, I know the ninja gamers are gonna, because there's a certain ninja gamer. I feel like if you play 2K, Madden, Call of Duty, you a ninja gamer. So ninja gamers.
You talking about the ball and gun gamers?
Yeah. The ball and gun gamers, man.
That's crazy.
Y'all got a W.
Sports and Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Yep. So hey, the W ball and game, ball and gun, man. W ball and gun.
Sound like you guys are talking about Toxic.
Toxic plays other stuff, man.
Yeah, he plays.
He plays Crossworld. Ninja gamers don't play.
That's facts. Yeah, he plays Speedstorm.
Hold on,
Speedstorm, bro.
We play those games too. What you trying to say?
I'm not a ninja gamer. I'm not a ball and gun gamer, bro.
Yeah. So what Caleb is basically, Sammy, there is a specific group of people who only play Madden, 2K,
casual gamers,
FIFA, Call of Duty.
A casual gamer will play. or Smash Bros or something like that. Ninja gamers won't play none of that. The ball and gun, they don't actually play games.
It's kind of like a meme, bro. It's like it's basically people who only care about a ball or a gun in their game. Like their game has to have a ball or a gun in it for this.
Yep. A football, a baseball, basketball.
What about Super Monkey Ball?
Nah, that is it's a monkey inside of it. They don't want to get that wall.
Yeah, usually no matter what, they just keep buying the same games. Like usually they're more like
they will pay $100 for the same ball. The same ball on a different court. $100 every year. They getting milked for a reason. You gotta what's the common? These ball and gun games are shameless. This is why Call of Duty has a different game because they know the ball and gun gamer is gonna eat up whatever slop they put out.
That's facts. That's facts, man.
So who are these ball and gun gamers? Like what?
You
I'm actually surprised you never met somebody that just only played these type of games.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people that only play these type of games, but we call them casual gamers because they play the casual games, the games that everyone plays.
Like I said, casual gamers play
in FIFA,
Smash
2K,
Bros.
Those are the only games they play.
Yeah,
and Fortnite,
gamer and play other stuff from
there. At least they're a casual. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but exactly. But those are the casual gamers. They stick to like 5 games every year.
Yeah,
but they're not casual. They are.
So just know that they the ball and gun gamers.
That's crazy. Y'all heard it first. The ball.
I've seen 2K niggas. They spend a lot.
Yep, they spend like 20 grand on builds.
Yes, bro. The COD people, they will play that
They're
game.
Spending money on skins,
bro. Yep. But, I guess that's pretty much it.
Yep.
I think we covered a lot of dope stuff this episode.
Yes, we did.
But hey, man, it was lit. It was lit. Appreciate you guys for chilling with us tonight. I guess Mr. Khaled, bro, what's your finishing statement, my boy?
Competitive is, and I'm about to. And y'all can try to shame different play styles because I don't care about none of that standard. I'm coming for the victory by any means possible. I'm front running. I'm smuggling. I'm going to be in the mid farming rings and getting speed boosts. And y'all can cry and talk about it's boring, but guess what? I'm gonna be getting top 100. I'm gonna be on the top of the legend competition, and there's nothing you can do about it.
See, that's
my final statement
for your head, bro.
Nah, I got it from here. I'm coming back to Speedstorm. I'm gonna win divisions. I'm the new Maxi. I'm better than him. Yeah, I said it. What?
That's Sammy. I ain't say that. That's Sammy.
Yeah, they're not gonna take Sammy serious because you already quit the game, bro.
That's the point. They'll never expect it. They'll never see me coming. I hear Wolf on the phone right now, trying to figure out what my number is. Yeah, I'll come back to the game, Wolf. I might have to join them Dons, though.
He said he want to eat.
Nice. You funny, bro. I guess for me, I already know what it is, man. Expedition 33. Game Awards next week, y'all. It is next week.
It is. I can't wait for Arc Raiders to win. Let's go, baby.
It's gonna be lit. Hey, Sammy, man, they might announce some shit you might be looking forward to, man. So tune in. Tune in.
I mean, we well, in terms of like games being announced, I kind of already know drop, but the only thing I would care for if they show it at the Game Awards. Sorry, I had to burp. Is Fable gameplay. I gotta see more Fable gameplay because that game's supposed to drop next year. So that's the only thing I care for. The only
bro.
Don't mind you, GTA is supposed to release next year. It ain't even my anticipated game next year. It's Fable. So I'm looking forward to Fable. I'm a big Fable head. I played all 3 games growing up. Fable 1's my favorite. Fable 2's a solid sequel. 3 we don't talk about. But this Fable reboot, this means everything to me. Fuck GTA 6. Even though I'm trying to get the game so I can see your crib, Nano. But
that's crazy, man. You ain't trying to go to Miami Heat game, bro?
Yes, sir. I don't even know what they call them in GTA 6, but who knows? They probably call
Vice City.
Yeah, the Vice City, because they got the jerseys, the Vice City edition. Yeah, the Vice City. Yeah, I can see that. Angel's right.
That would be something, man.
So, like, in terms of games I'm expecting next year, obviously I'm gonna get GTA 6 at some point. I gotta try it. I played GTA. I love the franchise. Just didn't like 5. But I'm looking forward to Fable, and I think Angel's on the same mindset as me.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, shout out, man. I mean, that's pretty much my finishing statement. So I guess it's up to you, Mr. Angel. Take it away.
Man, yo, great stream, everybody. It was nice talking it up with the boys. You know, all the good news that we have, you know, with gaming and, you know, Diddy parties. I mean, pause.
That was my favorite part of the podcast.
That's crazy. But no, I mean, yo, stay tuned, guys. You know, you guys Zootopia for Speedstorm, for all you Speedstormers, but we also have, you know, Cars is rumored to be the next following season, guys. So we might see a nice roadmap where you know,
I might get
Cars
season.
Cars might be coming out. Emperor's New Groove is also rumored for the mid seasons for the Zootopia season.
Hey, but it's unfortunate. There's no Kronk, there's no freaking Poncha, there's no freaking Cusco and Yzma. That's so unfortunate. Because they definitely deserve it.
Oh, man.
How do you not have Kronk as a character? Have that motherfucker running like he was doing in the movie.
Caleb crashing out, damn.
Caleb, we missing a lot of races. I don't know how you only gonna be upset about that.
Because that's my favorite Disney franchise.
Yeah, so yeah, stay tuned, yo. Big news if Speedstorm does end up doing a Cars season, because I think my speculation that's when the competitive mode's coming out. So, you know, I'm big hype for something like that. You know,
no one Game Loft, they would make it to where it doesn't drop on Cars.
You know, Sammy. I mean, I don't know. You can still play Crossworld, so you're good.
I will. You'll be on there too. So
sometimes I haven't played Crossworlds in fucking months, man.
Oh, don't say that. You was on last month.
Well, yeah, for what, 1 day to do the event.
It still counts.
I'm literally playing Cross. I mean, I might play it tomorrow. Damn, there's too much shit coming out tomorrow, bro. You got for me, you got the obviously.
Oh, yeah, the King of Manga.
Russel comes out tomorrow on Speedstorm. Okay, so there's 1, 2. The new character and the new season for Destiny Rising comes out tomorrow. Then you got the competitive mode for fucking Crossworlds coming out. Well, shit, I don't have enough time, and I still gotta finish Destiny 2. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Damn.
And I still want to play Where Winds Meet more. So, like, you know what else? Like, I'm screwed.
That's true. The same way, I'm playing Anthem right now. I got like 40 days until it's gone. I'm playing Arc Raiders.
Sammy, I'm so happy it's ending January 12th and not December 12th. I have so much more time.
If it was ending December, I was gonna turn on my Xbox and delete the game.
I ain't got time for this.
To crunch how many hours to
Just
play
for it
this
to be
game.
gone.
Yeah, like forget all that.
Yo, man, when you and Caleb finished Anthem,
You want us to review it?
Yes, I want you guys to review it on one of the episodes.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'll keep it.
How is Anthem after this? After the servers have.
I know. Angel was playing it because I was looking at friends list and seeing who played it before, and Angel was like max level. I could see like the power of his javelin.
Oh shit! I was curious. I was curious if you could see my specs still. Oh,
accidentally sent you a game invite too. I don't even know if you caught that.
What's Anthem came out. I saw the trailer when it first came out. It looked fun. It looked like, oh, I love mechs and suits and flying. And then it got bad reviews. I'm a person where, regardless of reviews, regardless of the negative reception, if I have fun and enjoy it, then that, I think what matters the most. And so far, I'm enjoying it. And I think there's a lot of people
but that's
put in a lot of time
too.
But they just keep it to themselves because, the popular opinion is the worst game of all time. A lot of people secretly enjoy it.
I low-key feel with EA being bought up by the Saudis, it might give them more of an open mind to revisit some franchises.
Anthem 2.
Like, say they do a Titanfall 3 now. Let's say they do an Anthem 2.0, and this time Anthem is a free-to-play game. Because this literally, when I play the game, I'm like, this literally could have been a free-to-play game.
It has
to get in
some gameplay elements that are better than some of these first descendant games that are out now. And not that, but like in that genre of Warframe, First Descendant, Destiny, there were some things in Anthem that it did better. I'm gonna keep it a buck. So
I agree. Okay. I did not like the hub though, but this ain't a
the hub is kind of boring. But
we'll get to your review, man. Say
Right.
Just first impressions,
man.
That's it for everybody, man.
Angel, let me know when you want to play Anthem, cause
I can always load it up on my Xbox just to see where I'm at. I one shot everything, but
some people been dropping in my games and one shotting things and helping me finish.
Let me find out. Angel got a crit build.
I don't know what build I have, because I haven't played it since.
I think it was I seen it. I think it was an interceptor.
Was it interceptor? I don't remember.
It was either interceptor or storm. Your javelin.
All I do know is I used to just destroy shit. That's all I know. But so much could have changed since then. But that's it.
Possibly.
We'll see you guys next week for another podcast. When is the Game Awards?
Next week.
Next week, I guess.
Next Thursday, December 11th.
The day before.
That's okay. We can do our Game Awards.
Yeah, we could. Didn't we already do that when we went over the games? We kind of already said the games we thought were going to win.
We did our own Game Awards too. Like it was one of our first few episodes.
When is the Game Awards? Thursday. What time?
7 p.m. EST.
I don't know. Our old Game Awards gonna be biased when we go to Game of the Year.
It will be.
What?
A majority of people, 3 out of 4 people, gonna say Expedition. So at that point, what's the point?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Like I said, we already gave our predictions of what game we thought was gonna win. So
hey, Caleb, my vote's not 100% Expedition no more. So it's only half.
It doesn't matter because it's still Expedition.
Caleb, you gonna have to stop with me. We're gonna have to do this Arc Raiders shit.
I can't do that. You're gonna have to stop me with it.
See, guys, this is why we gotta do our awards. We can also
this is why we should not.
Okay, hold on. Let me cook. Hey, for that week's episode, we can also go back on the Twitch and have the audience vote with us, so that way we can get a consensus number 1 pick.
And we do polls on YouTube. I thought YouTube had polls too.
Do they?
Yeah.
But I mean, shit, we can get the reactions on Twitch too. It's a big event, so might as well, right?
Man, you want your game to lose the expedition that bad, bro?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, Caleb, this is why we got to team up, bro. This is why we got to team up.
Oh, listen, man.
I think I don't know.
Caleb, don't do
Well,
that.
I'm excited for the reward. For the awards. I'm excited for the.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see this.
Maybe we could instead of Wednesday, we do it on Thursday, and then we do it like our live reaction, or not live, or post reaction to the award show or something.
Oh, nah, man. I wanna sit there and I'm gonna watch it myself. And
I want no distraction.
I'm gonna be watching it with Pro and shit.
Right now.
Cause they will have some trailers too.
So
the biggest thing is some of the new game trailers. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we got a week. We'll see.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be lit, man. Just man, you gonna enjoy yourself if you watch it, Sammy.
I've watched it every year since like 2020, or 2019.
Everything copacetic, man.
Nah, I'm done with them though. I'm done with them now. Yeah, this is the final straw.
Well, listen, we will watch it for you. We'll watch it.
Angel, the final shape. You get it?
You know what? You fired.
That's new.
You fired.
All right, Mr. Angel, you can do your thing, bro.
All right, y'all. Yeah, have a great rest of your night. You guys like the content? Like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday for another jam-packed episode of the podcast. Sammy, I don't know about you, man. Sometimes you be saying some sussy shit, man. That's all I gotta say. So we'll leave it on that note, and then stay tuned for next week.
No Diddy.
To see what I mean? You never know what's gonna come out this man's mouth. What was that? Oh, yo,
what's coming out your mouth? That don't sound.
Hey, I didn't say that. That was Angel.
Hey, yo, Jeff, shit on Greggy.
Yeah. Mike's hot, but I missed a lot. Stream, back up, gotta pick the spot. Fold in the chair, still sharp with it. They said go live, I ain't argue with. We was running like pit lane crew. Low talk, big fat, tight view. Angel, floating there, no real steel. Sammy Bill frames, Caleb tail wheel. Did it start with a spark? Maybe. Now the takes whole weight like daily. No range, no noise, just balance. Receipts in glass, that's talent. Guests come through, got proof on deck. Timestamp clean, we don't gotta check. Chat go wild like a launcher hit, but we clear the lane, let the point just sit. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Name in the mix, who talk like this? Take with no spine, we don't dismiss. We just let truth do flips like crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Same fold locked in, clip too crisp. Run that back if the quote don't hit. It's all in the cut, not tricks. Scope got bigger, we're bound to grow. Talking patches, titles, even shows. Creators wild, views hit highs, but what's a climb at the base? Don't laugh, got trap all plays. Fake nets, told y'all straight, don't chase those bets. Wrestle nights, promos heat. We break cadence like we headed beats. Film take hold, with lingers twice. What flops on a rewind, loo that slice. Hardware rumors, now we split them. Price specs leaks, we don't just hit them. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Run that clip, who really like this? No cap, just cues in the docket list. If you ain't got facts, don't twist. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Same 4 lives, still talking slick. Angel, Nano, Sammy, and Kayla, we built this seat. Don't trip. Sam Trap War got tainted rounds. People vote like they planting grounds. Spy text, crap match names called. We slow it all down like a framing core. Recast post, they become the dot. With a meta shift and the top get dropped. Call in, heat like a flame on cue. Found top real and the clips run through, but it ain't just take, it's the way we sift. If you can't cite source, it don't get lift. Don't play that loud if the root ain't sound. If the take don't cite, it won't stick round. Mike still warm, but we come with it. Crash outs where the con gets lit. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Same 4 chairs, same heat, same twist. Talk got depth, don't need no skits. We don't chase hype, we fix. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Said it once, might say it again. If the quote don't hold it, don't make print. Cut through noise, that's it. Mike's down. Docket photo. Next run already locked in. See it. Crash out. Same time.